Only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
Yo, what's going on, buddy? Welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy, right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Neil Rule. That guy, that's my friend. That's Sean Belesian in for D-Mac. Hi, friend.
How you doing?
I'm good, pal.
I know you're going to get to it, but yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Yeah.
We're all doing
Cheers
well.
on a Friday.
Chase in the Chase Lounge, a.k.a. the Sound Booth. Chase, what's good?
Hey, we're all doing good. Shout
We're all
out
doing
Vanderlei.
We'll get to that in a second. As you said, intern Simeon.
Mr. C!
Yeah.
See, baby.
It's,
Go Doors.
is the proprietor of the college football 4-Down Friday today. Now, we have instituted a new thing due to Simeon's popularity in Vanderbilt and
love
around
the
the
guy.
greater Nashville area. There will always be, for the rest of Simeon's time here this summer, until he goes back to Missouri, there will always be a Vanderbilt bonus question.
I love Vanderbilt so much.
I love Vanderbilt.
love
You know
Vandy.
what? I wish we could all take like a trip. Wouldn't that be great to go down there and visit all our friends down at Vandy?
Is the
Mizzou,
Crane still
Mizzou
there?
plays there this year,
Mr.
so
C,
look out.
Mr. C is in the house, and Crane starts
Mizzou
with
plays
C
there?
as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Are you going?
I might. It's the same
You
weekend as
should
Michigan's
go.
Michigan State, so that kind
If
of...
you took a look at if you
Oh,
took
could you
a
imagine?
picture of that, that would be it for me. Like I could go
Is
into
the
that.
Crane
I'll
still
get
there?
I'll get a picture with Mr. C.
Oh my gosh! Could you imagine that?
Oh, I love it. I love it. Spencer Raxter,
Hello.
you're back, baby.
I'm back.
You had quite the run yesterday.
It was amazing. Honestly, shout out to Mad Packs. Shout out to Jars. The Meat Puff Connect. That was fucking sweet. There was baddies everywhere. There's free weed everywhere. There's free food. It was just an awesome event.
Did you meet my guy Harry?
I don't know,
Yeah,
honestly.
Harry was one of the organizers.
Yeah.
Right? We've been
Oh,
friends
yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Yeah, we've been friends forever. Great dude.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. They were, not to toot my own horn, but Mad Packs couldn't stop talking about the Mad Pack Minute, how much they loved it.
Check it out, social media.
Said distributors were walking up to him and be like, I watch this every time. I love that. Let me get you in our stores. Mad Packs were closing deals yesterday. It's just spetty.
Spencer Raxter moves product.
That's what I do.
It's proven.
Yeah. So if you want your product moved,
Shake that, open that checkbook
Yeah.
and make it happen.
what up?
I'll let your boy.
Yeah, and I got so basically what it was like a big open house for weed. There's probably like 500 people there, maybe more than that, and I would say 95% of them were people in the industry, like distributors, growers,
It was like a
whoever
trade
it
show
was.
for cannabis.
It was a trade show for cannabis, and after we finished the show, and after we packed up everything for the network, it was like they were starting to close down their stalls and stuff, so we were getting the clearance sales. And me and Easy were walking around, and this one dude had a big, shout out Nura, it was Nura Cannabis, Nura Pre-Rolls, had this big box full of pre-rolls. He was like, take as many as you want. And there was like 400 pre-rolls in this box. I was like, are you sure? He said, yeah. I grabbed like 3 handfuls. I got like 20 of those things. So shout out. I'm set
He's
for
ready
a
for the
while.
weekend.
There's something to be said because like our group of friends have nicknamed Harry the Doctor, because like he just knows, right? And he goes into his doctor's bag and he knows exactly what you're. Because like I say it all the time, for a guy like me, I don't do it a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so like the buzzing, I have a buzzing, I'm ready to go to bed.
Oh, yeah.
So he knows lower doses and he gives me lower doses. I'm like, yeah. You know, whereas a guy like you, Spenny, you're not feeling half the shit that knocks me on my butt.
The shit we were smoking yesterday, they were doing, so like the infused tarantulas, they were hand rolling them there for different, you'd see them put the wax in or the rosin in, fill it with weed, roll it up, dip it in the rosin, and then roll it in the keef. And they're like, "Here you go." I was like, "Dude, that's fucking sweet." It was awesome. It was a great time.
It was like a baseball card show in the '90s for Spencer Raxter.
Literally.
That's literally what it was. But no, big thanks to Mad Packs and everybody for having us out yesterday. It was a really good time. Jump into that Woodward Sports chat on the YouTube channel, making our push towards 85,000 subscribers as we cross the 84,000 threshold. But if you want to skip the line, use the super chat. We'll bump those up to the front of the line. Michael Weary, good morning, BDE. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning, Michael.
What up, Doe says, what up, Doe? Hey,
I'm Brand.
I see what you did there. So, yeah, get into there and get your thoughts out there. And we do. You guys know how we do this. It's a 4-Down Friday. We're spinning the globe here.
Oh, yeah.
We got a couple new things, though, that we're going to try. We're going to try a Spencer's Weekend 4-Down.
It's a pretty good one, too.
I'm intrigued.
He just asked 4 questions or 4 statements about his upcoming weekend. And we discussed. That'll be the last one of the show.
Sounds good.
As we ride up.
I'm having a doozy of a weekend, too, boys. You picked a great weekend to start
debut
off.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is gonna be a long. It started yesterday, and then Friday's my obligatory Coonan session. Saturday, my friend's got a show at the Old Miami, and my friend asked me on Saturday if I want to go to the Tigers game with him, free ticket. So I might do that, and then go to my boy's show at the Old Miami, and then Sunday I'm golfing, have my show at the Old Miami, and going to Sunday Night Baseball. So I might not make it to see Monday.
Well, hey, at least you're going out on a high note.
Exactly.
At least you're going out on a high note. But, yeah, we're going to get into the Tiger stuff. Of course, I see you guys in the chat with a couple of Tigers question. Steve O'Baby, Neil Spencer, do you think people will stop worrying about the Tiger season being over based on one loss because they sure played like a World Series team yesterday?
We're back.
Jesus
You know how it works. Tigers are back. Best team in baseball again. Still. We're never left.
So they lose again.
Yeah, and then it's over.
Then it's over again. It is a... We'll get to it.
It's a TikTok society.
It's been 10 years, man. Over 10 years since we had to have conversations like this. There is a generation of kids that don't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
There's no other way to say it.
It's the TikTok generation.
A social media generation of kids that don't know how to handle it.
Oh, yeah, because no doubt. I mean, think about it. 2014 was the last time they were legitimate. I do not count 2016. I don't.
And shout out, What Up, Though, with Detroit Gunny. He sent this picture in of him with Dan Henderson, absolute legend of UFC.
Yeah.
One of the best of my generation. Dan Henderson, just absolute dog. So it's very cool to see that. He's in the chat. He said we could share that picture. So that's Dan Henderson on the left and What Up, Though, Detroit Gunny on the right.
Oh, very cool. You got the Magnum PI look
Oh,
going.
yeah.
I like that one for sure. You know what? However, how do the people get those to you?
I don't know. He sent it to Flannel. I don't know if he sent it to him on Twitter, but my DMs are open on Twitter. So if you got stuff like that.
For real, I want to do more of this too. Cool shit that you guys are doing.
Yeah.
I'll bring it to this is a community show, man. And the reason I've been thinking a little bit about this, certainly this morning, as you know, it is Bourbon Friday, and this is a very Varchaz friendly show. You know that. However, we did take a time out today, and yeah, Sean, exactly. So our guy Art Vandelay.
Shout out Art.
Sent a bottle of one of my favorite bourbons in the world, the Old Forester Single Barrel Strength, which is literally what makes it great. It's literally the best of both worlds, to quote Van Halen.
And Hannah Montana.
It's got a candy flavor to it at 131 proof. So clear your afternoon. Take it easy on this, everybody. You got to take it easy. But Art sent it, and this is a great note that Art Vandelay said. He said, "What's up, Neil? Wanted to send you and the boys some good old Kentucky bourbon barrel pick for Bourbon Friday to show my appreciation for what you guys do every day on Big D Energy. Even though I reside in Tennessee, this show allows me to feel like I'm back in Michigan again, chopping it up with my friends about Detroit sports. Cheers, and shout out to the chat."
Shout out to you, Art Vandelay.
Thank you,
And
Art.
for real, yes.
Thank you.
Cheers, Art. Appreciate you. How can it be 131 proof and taste like
It's that smooth. It's got that smooth.
It's got the
thing.
little candy to it.
It really does. And he's in Tennessee, right?
Yes. He's at Ground Zero.
Do you know what else is in Tennessee?
Vanderbilt? Yeah, it all comes full
Look at
circle.
Mr. C, just with a big smile on his face. He knew.
What do you got,
He knew
Chase?
right away.
I feel like we should bring it back somehow, like the old I don't know if it was like Bud Light or Busch or whatever, like the old Real Men of Genius commercials, where like shout out to you, Mister like Highline Roof Repairman.
Yeah.
But we could just shout out somebody in the chat or like Varchaz or something like that.
Real
Could be,
fans of Woodward?
Yeah. Shout out to you, real
fans of Woodward.
I like that idea.
Shout out to
The
you,
whole-
Art Vanderlay.
What do you got going on this weekend? Because, for a guy like me, it's like, how my weekend rolls. It's like, All right,
smoke
well,
some meat.
I'm gonna put the chicken wings on at about 11 o'clock tomorrow, and,
Pants will
you
come
know,
off
so
at 2,
yeah, if you're
yeah.
doing shit like that, oh, dude, don't even get me started. I got something planned for those chicken wings tomorrow. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly.
Real fans of Woodward, today
This
we
one's to
salute you,
you, yeah.
Mr. Flagship Ignore. You never listen to the flagship.
I think it's like we can do this every Friday. It's genius.
It is pretty.
And
yeah, go
shout out, what up though with Detroit Gunny? He said, shit, where'd it go? They had their veteran beer club event at Dan Henderson's Barrel House last night, so that's where he saw him. So shout out, thank
Very
you
dope.
for your service, and thank you for the picture with Dan Henderson.
Shout out. Detroit Gunny calls into the morning show a lot.
Rob Cottingham, who's our guy at Varchaz. I'll come in for a 4-down bourbon show. P.S. Can I come and try that bottle? You're not far from me. Pull up, Rob. Yeah.
We'll do the
You
Real
share with
Fans
us
of
all the
Woodward
time.
song
Open
for you.
invite.
Yeah.
Oh, legitimately open invite.
Yeah, literally, the folks at Varchaz have free reign.
Real fans of Woodward.
I am not
This one's for
speaking out
you,
of turn
Mr.
there when I say
Varchaz
that you have a
Distillery Man.
legitimate.
You don't
invite.
make bad
Yeah,
whiskey.
I don't think
No
I'm
doubt.
speaking out of turn there.
No doubt whatsoever. But yeah, man, we're gonna chop it up today. So, Steve and David, this show is about to be legendary. All right, I have a foursome lined up today over at Oakhurst. This chair's spinning at 12:58.
At Oakhurst.
Oh yeah, this chair's spinning
Yeah.
at Oakhurst.
Get a little friction in there.
Yeah.
Don't forget the baby oil.
Dude, I use.
This
what?
show is just in the way today.
I'll tell you, 550 Gunson, shit used to go down in those basements, man. Wow.
So yeah,
Had a lot
that's
of
what we're gonna
foursomes in
do.
those basements.
This show could be legendary.
My roommate used to just hit me up and be like, hey, Spenny, got some down here. Come on down. I'd be like, all right.
This
Pants
show's
off.
gonna be Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother, just screaming legendary all
Yeah, hell
episode.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's the way it's going to be today. It's going to be a little lighter today, so if you guys got something off the wall, go ahead and send it in there in the chat. Adie's 411 cannabis yesterday, bourbon today. We all got our angle.
Cannabis every day.
What did you just say? It's the best of both worlds.
Correct.
Like Anna Montana.
And mix it out, take it slow.
Yeah.
Correct.
And then you rock out the show.
Yeah, get the best of both worlds.
Yep.
But yeah, we're going to get into the Tigers thing. The season is back. It was over. Now we're back. I would. Can we talk about that? For real, like I'm fatigued. Let's do the break. And I just want to less about the baseball yesterday.
Shout out to Chaz Lanier.
Chaz Lanier.
Great call.
Thank you. I tried to let the people know.
Yep.
Some people listened. Some didn't.
I have some questions. Can I ask you guys questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, when we come back.
Okay.
I want to ask you questions about Jazz
All right,
Lanier.
all right, we'll do this. We'll chop it up.
Shot is eerily similar to Sadiq Bey. Very similar jump shot. Nothing like wrong or good. It just looks very similar. The way they shoot the ball.
But
Catch and shoot.
Yeah.
as oft is the case here, and I'm sorry to jump the gun, but I'm going to drop it a little bit. As oft is the case here, we in this town automatically have to talk about this guy as being the steal of the draft.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing what this town
They got
does.
a first team All-American and the best shooter
Oh my
in the draft
God.
in the second round.
This guy's a dog.
Everybody calm down, breathe.
Yeah, I
Okay,
need one.
let's
I
take
need
the break.
Thank you.
And when we come back, Chaz Lanier. 4 rings or 5 rings? We'll do the poll.
6.
No, we're kidding. All right. Tell about Les Stanford.
Les Stanford Chevrolet. If you're looking to buy or sell your car, Les Stanford Chevrolet should be your first choice. Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. They've got different cars to fit everyone's needs. You can see the different deals they've got on the screen right there. 2025 Envision, 2025 Hummer EV, or 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation. Get in the car you want today at Les Stanford Chevrolet.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The boys and summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone! Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 29th at the Old Miami in Detroit for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw, Easttown, and Ben Johnson.
It's the Massage Chair House. They have the largest massage chair showroom in Michigan. You can scan the QR code above my head right now to see all of the different chairs that they offer. They've got one that will fit any budget. We had the Pharaoh Q edition in here that's the Rolls Royce of massage chairs. We just switched it out, got a new one in here. Our guy, Dr. Eric Duncan, said, I know Spenny's going to be mad that this one's leaving, because like I said, the Pharaoh Q is the Rolls Royce. He brought this one in here, explained it to our intern Ryan, and already programmed a Spenny setting in the massage chair. There is a setting in there that says
Called the happy ending.
It
No,
says
I'm sorry.
Spencer, and you click it, and it gives you a massage. So shout out to Dr. Eric Duncan for making sure that I'm nice and limber before all the shows. It's the Massage Chair House.
All right, we're back at it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Get some of you
Come
on
on
some,
here.
man.
Jump
Art
in
Vandalay
here.
sent it in,
Oh,
man.
stop
Yeah.
it. Get in here. You're part of the crew.
It's too much ice, though.
Get
you
some.
rookie. All right, but
That
anyway.
is too much ice. Don't disrespect that. Don't Yeah. Two.
Two cubes,
Two
absolutely.
cubes. That's it.
Scoot 9810.
Look, that's awesome. Hey, look at it. He's going to take care of business right now. You the man.
Neil Rule, Sean Belesian here with you. We got Chase, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter as well. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Stephen David, that was a good effort by Neil trying to get this show on track. Stephen, it's like a tug of war on Friday constantly. And it's me versus four other guys. Like, that's pretty much the way it goes.
Massage Chair House.
Yes. All right. NBA draft or Tiger stuff? Which one do you want to do, Sean?
Can I bring up the NBA draft
Yes.
stuff? Because the Tiger stuff is stupid.
We're
No, it is.
That's fair.
Can we all be honest? It's stupid. Like, if you want to worry about are they good enough to win the World Series, can we worry about it next week? Nah,
No, we
forget
can-
that. How about 3 months from now?
No, they've won the division. The division's over.
It's over. I've fallen into that trap before, Neil.
Exactly.
All right, can I
Simple
ask
math.
you something? Can
Quick
I
math.
ask you something? All right. So here is my take as I openly admit it, a non-NBA elite guy. Okay. I look at a guy like Chaz Lanier, and I hope somebody doesn't take this the wrong way. Neil, he's a really good one-trick pony.
Yes.
Yes.
He can shoot the ball. Okay.
catch and shoot.
And there's a reason why he went 7th in the second round. That doesn't mean he can't be better than it, but he's a one-trick pony. But there isn't a whole heck of a lot more to his game. Is that a fair assessment?
Yes, because here's the deal, Sean, and here's why it fits, and here's why I legit am excited about it, because
Okay.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying.
It's a fit. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you can see like a vision to it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When you have he came off the most screens in the nation last year during the flow of offense. He is elite at coming off screens, and when you have Cade Cunningham with the basketball in his hand, who is a willing passer, who is a willing make the basketball. You guys know this. I've been talking about this ever since I got here at Woodward. It was the thing that I took away when we played at Oklahoma State and I saw him play. One of the only in Detroit sports media to see him play, by the way. But anyway, though, he will make the basketball play to the point where it intrigues me when you have somebody like that that is experienced at coming off screens, what you can do with the ball in Cade's hands, be it dummy motion, be it real motion, be it as an option off a ball screen, a pick and roll option, like a corner. It excites me to see what he can do. It does. Now, there was a reason he was picked where he was picked. So everybody can just calm down about him being the next Reggie Miller. All right? Because I'm not going to put that on the guy. I like that he's older. I like that. He walks in, I think he's like the third oldest guy on the team.
I like him older, too. More experience.
Unlike Spenny, what I like about him being older is he's more developed.
Yeah.
Maybe that's like Spenny. I don't know. But
Swing low, sweet chariots.
No, but that is where it's at for me, Sean. It is clear the reason why. It is clear the skill set he brings. It is clear. And it's something that, quite frankly, you have to have in this game. You have to. Can I bring up something else to the table? And in my conversations with the basketball people I trust deeply, that know this game at a very, very high level, it was interesting. Bless you.
Thank you.
It was interesting what we got to talking about. Real quick, in the chat, NBA draft is cooked. Most players stink. Well, I mean, if you go by that rationale, the NFL draft is cooked. Most players stink in the NFL draft, too.
Idiot.
Isn't that true?
That is true.
I don't even want to tell you about the NHL draft.
Yeah, right.
Don't get us started about the
No way.
30-round MLB draft.
18-year-old kids, and then you have 18-year-olds and 30 rounds, as you said.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
Art Vandelay, who's boots on the ground in Tennessee.
Art, you're the best.
I've seen Chaz Lanier down here play. He's a knockoff version of Rip Hamilton coming off screen.
Like what this is for me is, at its best, see you later, Tim Hardaway Jr. Thanks for your service. Boom. Instant replacement. He is a guy, if there's one thing that translates, it's shooting. Your ability to shoot the ball. It really doesn't change.
It's enhanced by a Cade Cunningham.
Yeah, so he's a good knockdown shooter off of screens, catch and shoot. Every NBA team needs somebody like that. If you got him, if he works, boom. If he's hot in the spring, boom.
See, I'm glad to hear you say that, Spenny, because that's where my mentality is. A 23-year-old kid who turns 24 later this year that has a chip on his shoulder that can shoot.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's just not, in typical Detroit fashion, let's not turn him into something he's not.
Yeah, no,
right?
he's not a second. He's a second-round pick for a reason. This guy wasn't a lottery pick for a reason. And so, if you get minutes out of him, if you get games out of him, if he makes three-pointers for the Pistons, it's a win.
Here's the deal, Spenny, and this is almost Lion-esque of what you've talked about with the Lions. The Pistons have progressed so quickly in such a short amount of time that this was really the only kind of move for them in the draft. Mm-hmm. In that this specialty role guy that's elite at what he does in that role is important. Here's what the basketball people I talked to had to say about it. They like the pick as a fit pick, and this is kind of tying into the NBA as a whole. And again, I know it's been a long time since we've been relevant in the NBA as fans in this town. Have you noticed something different about the NBA from the last time we were all kind of locked into this time? Here's what it is, Sean, and it's very, very nuanced. And I didn't even pick up on it fully until I had it explained to me. The NBA isn't a shooter's league. It's not a driver's league. It's not a post players league. It's not a wings league. You know what the NBA is now? It's a weakest link league.
Yeah.
When your weakest link is on the floor, we will attack that link until you have to take him out of the game. Mm-hmm. Until you have to. Until we've got every ounce that we can. And that explains everybody. You notice how there's so many 20-point leads blown these days? And 20-point runs in games? That's why. Watch this from now on when you watch NBA games. When a unit comes off the floor and a second unit comes in, watch and see who's scoring. and then watch and see who's defending him. And then watch and see how many times it's isolated to get that defender on your score. You know how they do that, everybody? This is very geeky. They do that through transition. When you're in transition and defending in transition, you are out of system. And you kind of are at the mercy of where everybody is. That's why turnovers are so important.
Yep.
Because what do turnovers result in? Transition.
Yep.
Your defense isn't set. You're at the mercy of what's happening. The reason Chaz Lanier, I think, this is just me talking right now, I think you're going to see the Pistons move at a faster pace next year. Play at a faster pace.
Sprinting, quick shots, guys in
Boom.
transition threes.
Matchups.
Yeah.
Matchups. Where's your weakest link?
Yeah.
If Cade has it on the bounce in transition, guess where he's going?
Yeah.
If he's on Chaz Lanier and you run into transition and you immediately get into your set.
He's going to the corner, Cade's going to the bucket. It's either a layup or he's kicking it out for an open three.
Right. And what Lanier can do, because he's an elite screen runner.
Yeah.
He's an elite screen runner. Check the tape. Is when you're in transition and the transition peels off, he can make 2 cuts. And off of a wing screen, boom, he's open. And Cade will find him. That's why it's intriguing, Sean. Does it mean that he's going to be at the three-point contest walking off after shooting the 2-point
Right.
ball going like this? No, it doesn't mean that. But it means that the Pistons have arrived to a point where a specialist is needed, an area is addressed, and that's how quickly they've moving. So that's why, for me, I like it. I'm not telling you the guy's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm just telling you that he fills a role. Elitely, if that's a word.
No, and that's and Neil, that's fair. As oftentimes is the case, I think we're apt to go into the extremes and take it in a different direction. What you're saying about his game is basically what I saw. He's a shooter. A shooter's always going to fit.
Yes.
Always.
Always.
Okay, I'm cool with that. All right. Part of the rotation, part of this renaissance of the Detroit Pistons. How could somebody be against that?
See, and like Jay Gebb in the Woodward Sports Chat, Chaz or Ivy, one of them needs to be Cade's Jaylen Brown. Chaz is not going to be Jaylen Brown. Chaz is not going to be the number 2 player on this team when they're good. He is a shooter. That's what he. That's all he is. That's what he is. A shooter, which is
Drew
good.
Holiday the late years.
NBA teams all need shooters. He's not going to be an all-star. He's not going to be a superstar. He's going to be a guy who shoots the ball at a high clip.
And can we do this too? Okay. His output, as I think I just got done explaining very well how it works, his output is matchup dependent. Like 70% of people in this league. It's like in any league, in the NHL, in the NFL, in baseball. Your Tigers are an example. Your Tigers are an example of this. Matchup driven. You ask what's different about sports? You want to talk about what analytics has provided sports? Analytics has shown you the edge you have in specific matchups. That's why it's so important.
No.
It's not to shoot threes. It's not for that. It's what the matchup dictates you take.
And I think, Neil, to that point, I mean, how many times have we seen it in recent years? A team could be, quote unquote, better than another team, but they don't match up well with said team, right? I mean, how many times? You know what? I'll go back to the Tigers. I loved seeing the Yankees in the playoffs. When the Tigers were good, I mean, seriously, I loved it. In 06,
Matchup
in
driven.
11, 1,000%. We matched up incredibly well with the New
Elite
York
starting
Rangers.
pitching
Yep.
against an elite lineup in a park that's designed, especially in October, to be friendly, to be desirous of having good pitchers.
And that's why we smoked that ass three
All the
different
time.
times. 3 different times come
Oakland,
playoff.
same way.
Yep.
And we
Yep.
played Oakland and the Yankees every playoff series.
Yep. It's amazing how that works out. And that's what it is today. It really is. That's so much of it, not all of it, so much of it comes into the simplicity of matchups.
No. Woodward Sports chat thread, Gumby7777. Give credit to the charges THJ took, though. And I don't think that means that THJ is necessarily definitely gone. I don't think that's the case at all.
I'd be surprised if they re-signed him.
Well, that's kind of up to THJ, right?
Yeah, if he wants a veteran minimum, then
You
we
know.
can re-sign. I'm not paying him more than a veteran minimum, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
gives you options. That's what I'm saying. Woodward Sports chat thread, combat legs, he can't play D. He's a fine defender. He's not elite. He can guard his position.
Yep.
And that's what this league is. And it's funny, we just got done talking about it's a weakest link league, and you get a matchup and you would exploit it. When you boil this all down to, the NBA is who can you guard? Unless your scoring output is so great. ...
Yeah.
Did YouTube's chat change to where the names are at and then their name, or is that?
Yeah,
like
we went through this on the morning show. It looks like it is now your handle, not your
Screen
display name. So similar to like Twitter, where it just can be like Neil or like Spencer or Sean, but it's like at like SX, AN Belizean, like, or like whatever your at name is, like
That's whack.
Mr. C.
Yeah.
Is there any way to change it back?
I think somebody in the chat said it's like personal in your own YouTube settings. You can change it, but I don't think it's anything outward that we have control over.
Whack.
So if you're
you can change it back apparently. I guess it's
and
kind of pissing me off. Honestly.
Yeah, people thought like it changed their names. It's still your name. It's just,
Everyone in the chat's talking about it too. Like, why does it piss you off so much?
I don't know. I like the other name because I like see like names that
You know what
like
this
DNCENT. I know DNCENT's
Yeah,
name,
some
but
people-
it's at DNCENT.3794. Like,
Can I tell you what this is? This is the early stages of something you and I went through. You're becoming an old man.
Yeah.
I am. Yeah.
You are. That's the way it's been.
Yeah.
That's the way it always should be. we aren't good with change, man. It's that simple.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I get the gist of who it is, and
Yeah.
I just roll on. But that's just
Yeah,
me.
see, that's Burn. The one who just commented, that's Burn. I can tell because he's got the Stone Cold picture. But it's at Sideless5339.
Yeah, you have to go to
Ah.
like it's a little bit deeper to find out who it is. If you click on their profile and you go to like go to channel, it'll say like their just usually what their common display name was in the chat.
Okay.
See,
well,
see,
that's-
he
well-
said because you expect to see Burn, but it's my high school
That's
gamer
stupid.
tag. It's
okay,
stupid.
that's
yeah.
stupid.
Yeah.
I'll go full old man there. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Well, in the chat now, Burn, you are Sideless5339.
That's fair.
To me, that's what you are, because I'm not going that far.
Get with the times, old man.
Yeah,
It says Combat Legs Vids.
Adapt or die.
So that's what I know that's not your name because like again I could tell by I think it's like Detroit or Michigander or something. But now you're at Combat Legs Vids.
I think it's Cartier. Or like
Cartier. Yeah, it might be Cartier.
Yeah. I don't know if it's Cartier or Cartier because I went to school with a Cartier spelled the same, but I also know there's like Cartier, the brand.
The brand,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Well, it's French.
Yeah.
DNC_3794. It's not being an old man. It's like Neil coming into work tomorrow saying, "Call me Steve now."
Exactly.
Well, whatever it is on the screen. All right, let's take the break. When we come back, it's 4 Down Friday. Ted. We're getting into this. This chair's going to be spinning at 12:57.
Yeah.
Probably
Let me
12:56.
So is mine because I'm going to Planet Fitness.
Yeah,
Neil.
absolutely. And why wouldn't you? And I went to Planet Fitness this morning,
Shout
as a
out.
matter of fact.
Leg
We're
day
live.
today.
We're live at the Planet Fitness studios. But on the real, I always talk to you about how great of a gym Planet Fitness is because I've been a member there for just under 4 years, and I'll never be a member at another gym. One of the cool things they do, the high school summer pass, teens ages 14 to 19 can work out for free all summer long from June 1st to August 31st. And look, Planet Fitness is doing this just on the basis of, look, summertime's a slow time. There are no high school sports. There's no gym classes, any of that stuff. If you want to be active and you're a teen, age 14 to 19, roll into your local Planet Fitness. There's over 50 of them in the Metro Detroit area, so I know that there's one close to you. Sign up, fill out the paperwork, and boom, you are in there. You're a full-fledged Planet Fitness member all summer long. Very, very cool. Props to Planet Fitness for setting this up as well. You can talk about problems or you can be about it and find solutions. Planet Fitness has offered this up, so take advantage of it. Again, high school summer pass. Pull into your local Planet Fitness. There's over 50 of them in Metro Detroit. Still the best value, one of the best values in American consumerism. $24.99 a month for a black card option, and you are in there. You get access to everything. So again, planetfitness.com or just pull in the parking lot. Planet Fitness. Don't pay more money to lift the same weights.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join him every Tuesday on Big D Energy and Thursdays on Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or give him a call at 248-426-9944.
All right, keeping it pushing. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Neil Rule, Sean Belesian, Chase, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, all of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread. Again, shout out Art Vandalay for the Old Forester single barrel string.
Wait, what's his name in the chat? It might not be Art Vandalay. It might be Art Vandalay 527847.
Well, he knows. His mama call him Art, I'm going to call him Art.
That's fair.
But he sent a very nice note. So, Art, we appreciate you.
Thank you,
and
really.
Sean, real quick, what'd you have, Chase?
Shout out Patty as well. Dart's in Tennessee, so Patty is a very lovely lady. She dropped it off.
Yeah,
redhead.
She was very, very nice.
Shout out
very
Patty.
nice lady. Sean, real quick, and this has the danger of going off the rails here and like blowing through a break. Like, I always wanted to do this job when I was growing up and stuff like that. And I talk to you a lot about like angles in and all that kind of stuff. But this note right here from Art, this is it, man, because I was Art. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was working my job and listening to it all the time and stuff like that. So this is very, very cool. This makes me feel good.
You don't understand, and I hope you guys say this, take this as like just as sincere as possible.
Oh, yeah.
You don't understand how 20, 25 years later, somebody will bring up something that you had completely forgot about.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. Like, to this, my daughter is 20 years old, okay? Every birthday that she has, people bombard her Facebook page with crack baby. I'm not going to go into the crack baby story, but crack baby. Like, to the 20 years later, it's insane. It really, it's very humbling. There's no doubt about that.
And I did this 4 Down Friday thing.
Oh,
it's a bit. It's a
brilliant.
bit, but like, here's the deal. Like, it's not a bit for bit's sake. Like, it's not a forced bit. Like, it works. We tried it. It works. The people like it. It's organic. It's fun on a Friday and stuff like that. And it's kind of taken on an identity. So I don't think I've ever told you this before. I do this with D-Mac sometimes. I kind of took that from what you do. Because, like, look, let's be real. Nobody here is an original. You take my play-by-play stuff. I took stuff from Ernie Harwell and George Blaha and Mario Mpemba and Mark Champion and Kevin Harlan. And I kind of mix it all together.
Bob Cole for me.
Yeah, and that you mix all that together, and that becomes your style because it's your recipe that you use your ingredients for. I do that in this realm. I take a lot of the stuff you did. You never did bits for bits' sake. You did it because it worked, and it was organic. Like, it wasn't bullshit. It wasn't forced. It was none of that stuff. So I tip my cap to you.
No,
for that.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
No, and that's why I have so much fun doing this, because there's a vibe in here. I hope you guys pick it up every Friday. Like, legitimately, we all like each other. We all have fun here.
You've always told me. I've not everywhere I've been.
No,
has been
trust
like
me.
that.
I've been some places that weren't fun, You know me, like I know Terry Foster's used the term gypsy. If I'm not having fun, I do this and I'm out the door. Like that's, thankfully I've been in a position where I've been able to do things like that. But like we all legitimately like each other, and you guys in the chat are so stinking cool too. So yeah, thank you, props.
Yeah, no, it is, and again, props to you guys. We all pushing towards 85,000 subscribers.
Insane.
So there was an appetite for something else in this town. Clearly.
There was a need. There was a need. Whether I don't care if they admit it or not. There was an. I said it years ago, even when my station was on top. I think it was great to have choices. Seriously, I thought it was great to have choices. On a day like today, if you aren't dialed into, say, the NBA, maybe you're listening to Neil on one station, and you turn on the other station, and I'm sitting there going off about what the draft might be and some of the big names out there in the National Hockey League. Options are great, all right? They are. I mean, when you hear one narrative, the narrative becomes, here's the term, old bit. And one man's opinion, like happened for my station, I think the flagship has become one giant old bit. And it's been an old bit for 10 years. And deep down inside, they know it. They'll never say it. Never in a million years will they say it because their egos will not allow them. It's been an old bit. And, thank God there's a different option out there.
To the tune of almost 85,000 of you that subscribe to it. Sauce Biggins in the chat. Friday shows feel like Friday shows. It helps me when my time is crawling at work. And Sauce, that's it.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here.
It's
dude.
Friday.
It's Friday, bro. And I remember this. I remember working at a job that I didn't want to be at. I remember that.
I do too, and I'm such a bitch now. I could never go back to doing that. Like
I gotta go to a job I don't want to be at after that.
We all
I'm
relate.
such a bitch now. There's no way I'm going back to working a regular job.
Bitch ass.
Yeah.
We
Bitch
can
ass
all
Spence.
we can
Such a
all
bitch.
relate to that. Like that last day before vacation starts at Christmas time.
Yeah.
You have a mail-in day.
Oh yeah.
I'm not working it. You're not getting a show. I'm telling you right now, you're not getting a show.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I'll be here. But we're going to fuck around all day. And you know what? Everybody can relate to that because you worked your ass off all fall. And, yeah, you want to go home and just be dad or whatever the case may be.
Shout out to, I'm sure he had a regular name at one point, but Scoot9810 says, I listen to BDE every day when I'm at work. It helps me through my day.
Here,
Appreciate
Spenny,
you.
Appreciate
shout
you,
out
man.
who you want, and I'll try to investigate.
Decipher,
what their real name
find their
is.
real name.
Big Con 51. Hell yeah, Neil. I'm at one now.
Shout out.
Tip of the cap to you, Big Con 51. You're a valued member too. I'm appreciative of you guys. I'm not gonna overdo it. I'm appreciative of you guys for sure.
Scoot 9810 is Scoot 9810.
Shout out, Scoot.
Shout out Scoot. He's jumping in here. I like it. Hey, Scoot, click the like. If you're here, by the way, help us out. Click the like button. That would be dope. All right, you guys ready? Or we'll just combine the breaks. You guys ready to go? Lions 4 down?
Yeah, we can do that.
All right, let's do it, Spenny. Let's get in.
All right, the first question.
Oh, hold on real quick. When we reconvene, I actually will be out Monday.
Oh, rats.
But I'll be back in on Tuesday. When we reconvene on Tuesday, there's a 4-down football every day.
Every day.
Every day.
Football's
right?
back.
Right, Simeon? Right?
Half
right?
of July. That's right.
Right?
That's right.
I'll be with you next Thursday, though. We're not together Monday, but I'll be with you next Thursday.
Boom.
Boom.
We are doing a 4-down football every single day because when it flips to July, Sean,
It's football
I
season.
can feel my pants coming down.
say
They're
we-
not down yet, but they're starting to come down. I got to pull that shit up.
I say we go to break right now and then just come back and do the 4-down because we're only 2 minutes over.
okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
So we can still make it pretty even time.
All right, let's do it. Ben Johnson, everybody. He's a fighter. That's right. Justice. It means different things to different people. But whether it's a settlement or a verdict, justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, contact the fighters at Ben Johnson Law today. Guys, we're talking about real life stuff now. Like, we're joking and laughing and everything like that. If you got legal issues going on, get the fighter on your side and get the justice you deserve. Tough, tenacious, trial lawyers. Ben Johnson Law.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Tired of losing out on the car of your dreams? Bad credit? No credit? At the Feldman Chevrolet Freedom Sale, we say yes. Over 5,000 new Chevys to choose from, all priced to move with our best deals of the year. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $149 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for only $209 a month. When other dealers say no, Feldman Chevrolet says yes. Don't miss the Freedom Sale, going on now at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Damn, I should have saved that one for on camera.
Neil Rule.
That was...
All right, Caesar Sportsbook. Lock in, everybody. Scan the QR code on the screen above my head and download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Guys, we just talked about it. We're doing football shows next week for eternity. All the way through the new year. Every single day, we're going to be doing football stuff. Get on board. You see your friends doing it. It's a lot of fun because it is a lot of fun. Scan the QR code, download the Caesar Sportsbook app, fund your account using the promo code Woodward1000. That way, when you make your first bet, all the way up to $1,000. If you lose that first bet, you'll get it back as a free bonus bet. It's like a do-over, everybody. And again, it's Caesars, man. One of the OGs of the sports betting game. The app is clean. It's not glitchy. If live betting's your thing, I'm just saying, live betting is legit, guys. So get in. Caesar Sportsbook, the official sportsbook of Woodward Sports. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And shout out to Joe Hubsher 2184 in the Woodward Sports chat with the $5 donation.
Yeah.
Man, a few words.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Joe.
Joe Hubsher.
Joe Hubsher. Dude, I just had an insane fart. I kind of wish I kept it for camera.
What was it?
But it was loud, it stunk, and it wasn't like oh shit, did I just poop my pants one? Like, it was clean. It was honestly a perfect fart.
Okay. Also, clean up some super chats for earlier. Dante.
No cleanup needed on that fart. It was perfect.
15151. Shout out to Loom for opening a second store near my house so I don't have to travel down to Traverse City. Can't wait to visit that store. There you go. Hey, Dante, tell him Woodward said what's up when you roll in there to the Loom store, by the way. Sean, are you ready to rock?
Let's go.
I'm getting the feel, man. I'm absolutely getting the feel. Detroit Lions, 4 down Friday. Let's get in, people.
First question of the Detroit Lions, 4 down Friday. Are you mad DC was ranked 9th of NFL coaches? Are we mad at 9th place in the top 10?
Are you guys really mad at that?
All right, here's the deal. I heard somebody at the flagship talking about this, and I kind of agreed with it. On surface, yes. Yes, he turned the Lions around. Yes. But when you start thumbing through the resumes of the people that are in front of them, and guys, and Spenny, real quick, Spenny, what's your take on it? Were you angry?
I could see him being a little higher, but not anything crazy. Yeah.
I like to bounce things off you because you're kind of a realist.
Yeah.
This goes into what we were talking about. Super Bowl or bust, right? Last year, failure. Complete failure.
Absolutely.
This is in line with that. When you win it, Sean, you climb up these lists. That's the way that it goes. What's the one difference between Dan Campbell and the other names that are ahead of him on that list?
They've been to or won Super Bowl.
Yep. The mountaintop. That's the difference. And whether you like it, whether it angers you or not, this is the reality of the situation. This is under the umbrella of Super Bowl or bust, everybody. Get comfortable being uncomfortable.
Let me use a perfect example to hammer home what you're saying. The guy who was number 1 on this list, Andy Reid. Not that long ago, the reputation of Andy Reid was 5 years ago.
Was Dan Campbell.
The reputation of Andy Reid was he can't win.
Yeah.
If we did this list 5 years ago, chances are he may have been 9th on the list. This is a guy that for 21 years up to that point in time had a whole hell of a lot of good seasons, okay? Really good seasons. But he never won the big one. And then he got that tag. An Andy Reid team is never going to win a Super Bowl. You know, all that type of shit. So, Neil, I understand it. Do I disagree with it? I do. I do disagree with it. Much like Spenny, I think he deserves to be a little bit higher. Not a lot higher, a little bit higher.
Yeah.
But I understand it. So I'm not going to get mad at it.
Yeah, I'm not going to pound the table. Do I think he's a little higher? And like somebody asked a question.
Morons, that stuff? No.
What up, though, with Detroit Gunny? Is it a current coaching list or a resume coaching list? See, like, this is where, like, the Mike Tomlin angle. I think Mike Tomlin's elite. But in our current culture, in today's day and age, he hasn't won one in 15 years. The man's washed.
You got it.
You get Kenny Pickett to the playoffs. You get Russell Wilson to the playoffs. You get Aaron Rodgers to the playoffs. Right now in their current state, and tell me that coach isn't elite. He's elite. I don't care what anybody says. He is. And that's a flavor thing. If you are, Sean, I'm very proud of myself because I am to the point now where I can let it lie. It used to anger me. If you are part of this immediate society of today and you haven't won a Super Bowl in 15 years, so you're washed, and anyone who hasn't won a Super Bowl in 5 years is washed, live your best life, man. Because at 12:56, my chair's spinning and I'm going to the golf course. And that's what I like. And that's fine. And if you don't like it, that's fine. I can't be mad at you anymore. I used to be mad at you. I'm not anymore. I get it.
Here's the interesting thing. How many coaches historically have won Super Bowls 15 years apart anyway? If he does something, he's doing something that, let's face it, a guy named Bill Belichick did and nobody else. Okay?
Right.
I mean, seriously,
but he was with the same team.
Yeah, Chuck Noll, okay? It wasn't that big of a gap. Tom Landry wasn't that big of a gap. You don't have a scenario where guys are doing that. There's one guy that basically did that, and that's Bill Belichick. You know, and so if he does that, then he goes on even a greater level. So, and you know, there are some guys it takes a long time for it to happen. You know who kind of surprised me? The Sean Payton. Because Sean Payton was a guy who, in my mind, a couple of years ago, there was a lot of shine coming off that star. But then what he did at Denver, in particular with the quarterback he did it with, kind of brought that star
like
back
a
up.
30-year-old rookie.
But let's face it, he's another guy. He hasn't won dick in 15 years. He hasn't won dick in 15 years.
But that onside kick in the Super Bowl was pretty sweet.
Oh, it was fantastic.
It was pretty sweet.
And
How
we'll
many of
never
the
see
younger
it again.
generation know that, though?
And-
Like, seriously, I'm not being fun. Like, you guys. Do you guys remember the onside kick in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, my mom was a big Peyton Manning fan, so like we were rooting for the Colts and that.
You were probably in diapers at the time, right?
No, I was old enough to remember that. My first Super Bowl I really remember watching was 06 Colts Bears.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Woodward Sports Super Chat, Mr. Personality 49. We give Neil a lot of crap, but personally, I would have your back in a fight against 100 dudes. Mr. Personality, thank you, but we wouldn't have that fight because I'd talk us out of it.
That's true. He's a lawyer.
Spenny would bite 50 of the guys' faces, and I would bite 50 of the guys' faces.
And we'd walk out of there.
Yeah, that'd be okay.
And we'd go back to back to the door.
Yep.
I will bite your nose and spit it right back at you.
Yeah.
What are you going to do at that point in time? You're done.
The decision's up to you.
You're kind of done at that point, aren't you?
Yeah, you can't really fight without a nose. But shout
I
out,
would hide underneath the table. Who's kidding who?
shout out to Sean Payton though, because like, yeah, the Super Bowl is awesome. The singular call, obviously, that flipped the entire Super Bowl with the onside kick that nobody saw coming was amazing. Bountygate, probably the coolest scandal.
You're stacking up a lot of cool stuff here.
I mean, Bountygate was cool to me. Like, fucking having literally, and like, no regard of getting caught or not. They didn't care. They were literally on the sidelines of games going, whoever takes Favre out gets 20 grand. That's fucking cool.
I thought, you know what, and I'm showing my age, Neil, and you'll probably agree with this. I thought the way that the NFL handled that was incredibly hypocritical because it was ha-ha, giggle when Buddy Ryan did it in the late 80s.
Yeah.
They had videos about it. They do you remember they used to have all those NFL videos, the VHS tapes that used to come out? Hershey's big hits.
NFL Rock.
Yeah, right. And that they would It made every video they were chasing around that little kicker, that Zendejas kicker, because they had a bounty on him.
Yeah.
And they thought it was funny, and they put that in all their NFL videos. It was amazing how hypocritical it was. It really was.
I'm pretty much every sport, I would say I'm pretty much more of a defense guy. Like, I like watching defense more. I think it takes more skill to be really good at defense. And like, so I'm a James Harrison guy. I love James Harrison. James Harrison used to kill people on the football field. Ray Lewis is one of my favorite players of all time. He used to kill people on the football field. And he used to kill people in real life. Allegedly. You know, shout out. But yeah, I love watching. That's the type of football I love to watch.
Chase, what'd you have?
Yeah, wasn't there like a pharmaceutical aspect to Bountygate as well, or like a different scandal where they're either doing like Adderall or like some type of like painkillers?
Probably.
They're running around like the goddamn Nazis.
Yeah, NFL players
meth.
doing painkillers before a game.
Probably.
Yeah, that would make sense. They're probably popping Vikes going out there just.
And most people, if they heard that, would be aggrieved.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand, because they haven't been on the other side of the wall.
Football is a I want to murder you sport. It's not supposed to be cute.
You got it.
It's not supposed to be let me sit you down. No, it's I want to take that fucking dude's head off.
We win more often if you are injured and out of the game.
Very hypocritical.
When you step across those lines, dude, those guys are the most insane individuals.
It's pretty much it's as close to like
sport.
UFC and blood sport as organized sports get.
No doubt.
The way the NFL handled that was incredibly hypocritical, because if you don't know, look up Buddy Ryan and Bountygate.
Well,
I
Will
mean,
Smith.
it was real, and they applauded it. And they literally put it in all their NFL promo videos. That's what pissed me off about that.
Crackback blocks used to be my favorite thing to do
Sean.
when I'm playing kick return and the kickoff players and you just find one, wham! Oh, dude.
Sean Chuck Cecil. All right.
I say Will Smith.
That's for the old That's for the old people.
Can I tell you this? My one big issue with the National Football League, I've said this for years, is they repeatedly tell you didn't see what you saw. That's my biggest.
Unless we put music over it and charge you $14.99 for it.
Yes, they repeatedly tell you didn't see what. I mean, really, it's like the Star Wars scene. Those are not the droids you're looking for, and we buy it. That's my biggest complaint about the National Football
What'd you
League.
have, Chase?
Oh, I say the Will Smith movie Concussion really like kind of got the gears rolling with that.
That's it.
Yeah.
Why do you think all these shows and everything get shut down? Because they're
movie
real.
was so bad.
So bad.
Okay, that's one down. Oh, real quick, Ryan Galinsky, by the way, choked an NFC title game and lost at home to a rookie. Good placement, but no hire. But Sean,
Listen, I get it.
that's his resume.
Yep, I'm not going to argue with you.
Super Bowl or bust.
That's it. Sorry. We're in that rarefied air right now.
All right, second down.
So yeah, let's go to break after that first question of the first 4 downs that got us through a 15-minute segment. Let me tell you about socials, and then we'll come back with question 2 of the first 4 down segment. You can follow Woodward Sports on all social media platforms, whether it be YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, or Twitch. You can get at Woodward Sports a follow, because we have the best social media content in the city. It's Woodward Sports on all social media platforms.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
Yeah, for sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo.
Ah.
You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 29th at the Old Miami in Detroit for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw, Easttown, and Ben Johnson.
Neil Rule here for Woodward merch. Lions play the Rams. Get a Boot 'em Kid shirts. We have them. Shop.woodwardsports.com. There's no excuse to not have a Boot 'em Kid shirt. It's what we do here in Detroit. We were told that, Spenny, weren't we?
We were.
We were told that.
That's who we are.
That's who we are here in this city. Shop.woodwardsports.com. Get the Boot 'em Kid shirt. All right, hour number 2. We've gotten one question into 1-4 down. All right, we need to pick the pace up a little bit.
Got to pick the pace up a tad, so let's go.
Hold on. Scoot says we're not going to make it through a 1-4 for 4. We should do that one day. Football, we'll do that.
1-4
for 4 for a whole show.
Isn't it, by the way, isn't it funny that we even brought it down from a nickel package to a 4-down Friday and we still fail Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, man. Rob's in the house.
Look at this. What a wonderful human being he is.
He is, absolutely.
Saw him outside. I was like, oh.
You know what? If he wants to get you one
come
of
up
those
on the
t-shirts,
stage,
he can
Rob.
do that too. That's a really cool t-shirt, Rob.
Oh, look, they got handwriting on them too, Sean.
That's
Rob
what I'm
Cottingham
talking
from
about.
Barchaz is
Look
in the
at
house.
that.
You guys know what it is. Rob,
Dude.
appreciate it. Yeah, we like it. The restock for Barchaz
Fist
is.
bump, please.
Yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Go see him, by the way, the tasting room over there on Chicago Road over by the Oakland Mall. Get you an old-fashioned. Nobody does it like they do.
Listen, we might not get through these Lions 4 questions. Forget about all the other questions.
Yeah.
Poor Mr. C's over there dying. He's got a special foursome.
I know. You got time to hang out for a minute? Yeah. Simeon, can you grab him a cup? You know where they are, right? Yeah.
Can we get the stick mic to him
Yeah,
too?
it's right next to Simeon. I'll grab it.
It's internship.
Is that on?
Is this on?
There's a power button, and then once you turn that.
Why don't we just bring everybody up? Some of the lovely ladies are in the room here at Lady Jane's. Come on up. Yeah, everybody come up, right?
There's enough bourbon for everyone.
We good, Chase?
Yep, it should be on.
Good? Yeah. Rob Cottingham from Barchaz, by the way. Yeah.
Just come stand up with us. Yeah.
Everybody stand up here. No, Rob, we appreciate you pulling through. What do you have for us here?
So our 102 proof bourbon, that's what Forbes just named one of the top 5 bourbons of the year by Forbes magazine. And then this is the one that you tried last time you were at the distillery. This is the barrel that I picked, barrel 313.
Barrel 313, by the way.
And it's barrel proof at 118 proof.
There it is.
Are you a bourbon girl?
Depends on the day.
No.
So that means kind of, all right, that's fair.
A Friday's a good day for a bourbon, right? Yeah, right. The long weekend and everything.
She's on the clock, Sean.
Yeah, you're on the clock.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Chad, she would never drink on the clock.
So there
and I would never offer her one on the clock.
Yeah.
Come on.
Well, if you like bourbon, swing by Barchaz over there. Absolutely.
We also have tequila, which was aged in our bourbon barrels.
Delicious. Delicious, by the way.
Oh,
Did you see that?
Spenny got it.
The immediate response. That was great. That was great.
Yeah, I got the tequila.
We just won 2 gold medals on our Anejo and our Reposado on that.
Gold medal tequila.
Yes, it's great stuff. I was drinking it last weekend.
There you have it. So
no, this has become a Friday staple thanks to you guys.
Yes.
Seriously, it really has. This
Rob,
has
your
become
birthday.
our routine.
Thank you, by the way.
Thank you for coming up, really.
Stop by and get some tequila sometime.
No, you guys stop by and see
Just down the road.
talented stylists here at Lady Jane's. I mean,
no doubt.
Great girls, too. Seriously, I mean that. Boy, I sounded like an old man saying that. Great girls.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty tough. What else you guys got going on, man, since you're here?
Yeah, so tonight we're actually throwing an 80s, 90s themed party. We have a DJ coming in, setting up, and we'll be pouring special cocktails for that. And then we have our happy hour, 3 to 6.
There it is, everybody.
At the facility?
At the facility.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we have a full tasting room bar that's kind of got speakeasy vibes in there.
Yeah, it's very cool. Very cool.
Can we swing by one day,
Yes.
friend? One day after work, maybe you and I
100%.
could take a detour. Let's do that.
Rob, I'll be texting you, man, and hitting you
I'll
up
be there.
on it.
Thank you.
Absolutely. There's Rob Cottingham from Barchaz. I don't know what your ice
No ice.
No ice for you because you're a pro, right?
2 cubes is okay though, right? That's acceptable, right?
Should
Just
we,
2 cubes.
Shout out to Joe Hub Sure for the
It changes
$10
the
super chat.
flavor
It says,
profile.
have a drink
That's why
on
you
me.
add a little bit of water to it
So there you
sometimes.
go,
Yes.
Neil.
So yeah.
Yep.
Should we get a real fans of Woodward for Rob?
Yeah, real fans of
Here you are, man.
Woodward. Here you go, my friend. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah,
I
thanks
got
for
you.
stopping by.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
you
you.
big time, man.
Cheers.
Yeah. Shout out to Joe for the drink on him and the super chat, by the way.
That's good.
It's
good.
good.
It was
No,
worth
it
the
is.
drive.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, man, have a seat and hang out,
Sure,
man.
thank
Have
you.
some drinks. Yeah, absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Rob,
Thank
Rob
you.
from Bar Chads, everyone. All right, second down.
All right, second down. Let's just go to break, and then we'll come back. We'll do the Lions and the NFL. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna double it up.
All right. So let me tell you about Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer with 5 different locations in Michigan. They got one in Novi, Highland, New Hudson, Livonia, and Lansing. Multiple deals for you to choose from. Make sure you tap in with Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. Head to WoodwardSports.com and click on Shop. Get the latest in Detroit sports apparel and exclusive Woodward Sports gear. WoodwardSports.com can get the whole team outfitted. Love the Pistons, Red Wings, and Tigers? We got something for you, too. Shop online at WoodwardSports.com.
Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk-ins are always welcome. Stop in, sit down, relax, get an award-winning haircut from one of our lovely, talented stylists. You can get a hot leather neck shave, scalp massage, hot towel treatment, all of that in one in the King's treatment. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. It's wicked awesome.
All right, we'll try this again, everybody. Big D Energy. Neil Rule, Sean Belize and Chase, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, young Justin's hanging around. Rob Cottingham from Bar Chaz is here as well. He's just having a drink watching the show, which is kind of cool, actually, when you think about it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, real quick, too, update. Rocket Classic going on at the Detroit Golf Club. Hideki Matsuyama's tied for the lead at 12 under, as is Chris Kirk, as is Mark Hubbard. Ben Griffin's in the hunt. He's minus 11. He's awesome because he made Max Fly golf balls cool again. And I thought I was the only one that uses them, but apparently it's just me and Ben Griffin. Everybody else thinks they suck, yet he wins tour events with them. So maybe you're the problem. Just some of the notables, too. Luke Clanton's 10 under. Interesting story about Luke Clanton, Spenny. So my buddy down in South Florida was a high school golf coach for a while.
Yeah.
And I went to one of his practices, and they played against Luke Clanton, who was the #1 player in the state for like pretty much all 4 years. He was down in South Florida. And he was hitting balls on the range, and I was like, God damn, like this kid's 17 years old and he's hitting it like that. And so I was talking with Luke Clanton's teammate, and I asked him, I said, he was going to Florida Southern, his teammate, like the #4 player on the team, averaged like 70.4. And they won the state title like all the time. And I said, man, you ever think about wanting to go D1? Like,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Oakland would take you, like, right now. And he pures one with a little baby draw, and he turns to me and he goes, I don't do snow. Like, just like, then he went back to hitting balls. I was like, respect.
Respect
Yeah.
for sure,
Right.
dude. That's a
I don't
baller
do
move.
snow. I wish I didn't either. my
Hell
friend.
yeah.
All right, second down of the Lions 4-down Friday.
Second down of the first 4-down Friday that we have gotten into today. you have accepted that they're not going 15-2, right? Like, what's the most games that you could see the Lions winning?
Can I go first?
Yes.
I did my slappy version, and I did my worst case scenario version. My slappy version, and again, please remember, this is the slappy version. 13-4.
Oh, okay, that's what I figured.
That's my slappy version.
Yes.
My worst case scenario
Was
is
it 9-8 or 10-7?
10-7. That's a pretty good area to be in. Okay, I think the reality of it is, honestly, I think they go 11-6 and win the division at 11-6.
Can we cut the shit with all this?
Mm-hmm.
This is like in Chiefs land. If you are Super Bowl or bust, what's the important thing to the Chiefs?
Winning the Super Bowl.
That's it.
Right, but what's their ride to get there?
Oh, winning the division. Yeah.
That's all I care. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
Because if you are Super Bowl or bust, you ain't scared going to Philadelphia.
No.
You'd rather be at home.
Yes.
But ask Panay. Here's my response to everything. So get ready for 17 weeks of this on the Lions pregame show. Ask Panay Sewell if he cares. That's my response. Do you think Panay Sewell cares about going into Philadelphia to play an NFC Championship game? Do you think he cares?
Well, and if we peel the layers all the way back, do you know what? The regular season is just a precursor to what's important.
It's a 17-game exhibition season.
Can I just tell you to look at it?
The Buddy's Pizza's up
It
there.
hits
I
hard right
want
now.
all of you to
Look
look
at
at
hard
it.
right now. No, really, that's what it is. This is just a precursor to what really matters now. And I hate to be dismissive of a regular season because we're going to get fired up. If you and I are together on Sunday mornings, there are going to be some games where a little more juiced up. The Tennessee game last year, for example, was not one of those weeks.
No.
We were like, just go out there and do what you're supposed to do. And eventually many of us were able to go to the cider mill in the afternoon because that game was just of non-importance. But that's what this regular season is, if we're being honest. I'm with you. Peel all the layers away.
Win the division
and get into the playoffs.
And holler
Let's
at
go.
me.
Yep.
Let me know when the division's decided. That's where I'll be. Third down.
Third question. For Simeon, looking ahead to the 2026 draft, do the Detroit Lions take Diego Pavia as the future franchise QB because he is so great?
Like,
You
there's
were
no
told.
other way to put it. Yeah.
We were told he's great.
Yeah, he's so great.
He
Back
is,
up.
he is
great.
the SEC's best quarterback.
They run
Gotta be.
Tennessee. Not
Yeah.
only do they run Tennessee, they
Yeah,
run the
he is-
Southeastern Conference.
Do you know how many of those
Everything.
slapdicks said that to
The
me?
whole
He's
thing.
the SEC's best quarterback.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we'll see.
They were so cute.
Yeah, we'll see.
The
Let's
new
look at their
Hen-
win total.
Draft him. Replace Hendon Hooker.
Trade Goff.
3-1-3.
Trade Goff.
Trade Goff?
Yeah,
you
trade Goff
draft
for the
Diego-
pick.
Trade Goff to move up to 1?
Yep, trade Goff for the pick.
Pavia.
Yeah.
You could get him some lakefront property in Milan, and then he can be
Young
the
Justin will
future.
take him out on the boat.
Yeah, Justin will take him out on the boat.
Listen, I think every NFL team is desirous of a 6', 200-pound quarterback, right?
Yeah.
So yes,
So have you seen him throw on the run?
Oh, that's
Oh,
exactly
gosh,
it,
are
man.
you kidding?
That's the league today.
he's
What
so
he
good.
can do on the run,
Yeah.
man. Don't sleep on him.
DNC ENT.
Even though which NFL mock draft had him at 809 for next year's
That's
draft.
a steal,
for what it's
Sean.
worth.
That's a steal.
That's a steal.
Get him in the 4th round.
Oh.
Steal of the draft.
Trade up.
Trade up.
Woodward Sports Chatter at DNC ENT. Coming into this segment, we have 4 questions left of the 2 4-down of the 2 4-packs combined. Now, do we get through all 7 plus 300, 6 minus 110, or 5 minus 250? So the
right,
the
well,
betting markets are live.
First question of the NFL.
Was that number 4?
That was number 4. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Did we miss one? Did we miss one?
Did we miss
I
one?
think we did.
I think we did.
Oh, yeah. Yep, we sure did. How could I miss this? The most important game of the NFL calendar is coming up soon. The Hall of Fame game. 34 days left until the Hall of Fame game. Level of excitement 1 through 5.
Fuck yeah!
Sean,
I am. I don't care what anybody
Sean,
says.
okay, good. We're in lockstep.
When
Can
I was a kid, I'm not joking. When I was a kid, and I remember vividly, like my dad telling me this lesson, the first of many times he said these words to me, "You're an idiot. These games don't mean anything." And I don't care. Every gosh damn year, it doesn't matter who's playing. I am 100% dialed in to the former Fawcett Stadium. I think it's called Benson Stadium now, down there on the campus of the Hall of Fame game. It's back. I'll be the first guy to tell you it means nothing. I'll yell at you during the course of exhibition season and say, stop it, but I'm all in.
No, Sean,
it doesn't
and
matter who's
that's,
playing.
That's what's wild about it. I never am more excited for something that I then turn off 10 minutes in.
Yes.
Like, for real, because it's not the game, it's what the game represents.
100%. Hearing the pregame intro.
The
seeing
song.
some of the highlights. Oh. I might have to have a little barbecue that night. Maybe,
That's a Thursday night? Yeah.
Maybe you guys can
No,
all
this-
matriculate your way over
Hall
to
of Fame
Casa
game barbecue?
Pelagian. We could do something like
I'd
that.
be so down.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I'm going to put on a fucking spread.
Can you get
And I'll
some
be there
Duroc
I'll be there
ribs?
for 15 minutes and I'm going home.
And then he's going home.
Sean, I've never had Duroc ribs. Can you get the Duroc
Oh,
ribs?
I'll make Durocs. I promise you.
Okay.
I'll make wings too.
Art Vandelay says, but is he mobile? Is Pavia?
Is he mobile?
Are you kidding?
He runs
Is
for
he
his life.
mobile?
What do you mean he runs for
We're
his
talking
life?
about-
Vanderbilt has a great offensive
Have you
line.
seen
We're
Lamar
talking about
Jackson
a
play?
combination of
Yeah,
Cam
that
Newton
think
and Lamar
that.
Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear Mr. C? Have you seen Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton.
He's vanilla Lamar.
Yeah.
I'll say it,
Dude,
okay?
like,
I'll
And
say it.
he's
Did
got
you
Mahomes'
guys-
arm.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Throw
you
it.
didn't watch him?
He throws on the run like prime Johnny Manziel.
IMI 3. If Tesla was worth 3/3, he's surely worth our next decade of second.
That's true.
100. What do I have to
Pavia.
do to get Diego?
Pavia. All right, first question.
Hold on, Spenny. Can we do a chat poll?
Sure.
Somebody just sent this in. What Up Though said, more excited for the Hall of Fame game or the MLB All-Star game?
Ooh. Oh,
Hall of
MLB
Fame game.
MLB
Not
All-Star
This
game.
should be 90-10, right?
Not even close.
Tom Mazaway will vote MLB All-Star game repeatedly.
You guys are going to flee my house because my pants will be around my ankles. I'm just telling you right now. I don't need that. I like your barbecue, but I'm out. And I'm like, what?
Is
I'm gonna be
there
walking
a
around like
Diego
pumpkin.
Pavia highlight package on YouTube?
I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
for sure.
Do you know what would be the greatest watch party? A Diego Pavia watch party. That'd be the greatest watch party of all.
You guys got to do it for Mizzou Vandy next year. That's what you got
Don't
to do.
do that.
What's
Oh,
the date on
awesome.
that?
I think it's October 25th.
Yeah, that's Michigan State.
I know, that's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll go.
What is it,
Rocktober.
Vanderbilt, Missouri?
Yeah.
Is that what you guys are talking about? Going
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll go.
How
Hey,
great we're all. Hello, friends. We've got our arms out talking to all our Commodore friends. That'd be
I'll
so
go if
fun.
the crane's still up at Vanderbilt Stadium.
It's a deal breaker.
Yes.
You want to go see the crane.
I
You
want to
don't-
go
you don't
see
wanna
the crane.
You don't want to go see him play football. You wanna go
Understood,
see the
Diego
crane.
Pavia. Yes.
Fucking hell. All right. Second 4 down starting right now. First question. Hey, Neil, watch this.
Uh-oh.
Will Aaron Rodgers work with the Pittsburgh Steelers? Sean?
It's can't miss television. It is. It's can't miss television. To answer
Come
your
on, say it.
no.
Damn. You wrecked the whole bit.
Sorry. No.
He's not going to work, right?
No.
But Sean, I'm being told he will work.
Do you know what they're going to do? Just enough to keep you interested all year. They're going to I mean that. They're going to do just enough to keep. I'm going to say it again.
They going to get to the playoffs? Mike Tomlin. Can he drag Aaron Rodgers to the playoffs?
No.
Sean, you shut your mouth.
No. I think they're going to be 9-8 cute. Like 9-8.
That'll get 'em in.
We just missed. I'm not sure it'll get them
That'll get him in going to Buffalo.
Oh, the crucifixion in Buffalo?
Yes.
That'd be fun to watch. Listen, I know, shout out to Flannel Sam. His overall numbers weren't that bad last year. They weren't Aaron Rodgers. They weren't that
when they
bad.
were 3-9.
You got it. That's exactly it. I mean, he picked
That
it up.
matters.
He picked. Oh, of course it does. Absolutely it does. I don't think he has the weapons around him either. I
Diego
really
Pavia?
don't.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers. Sorry.
Who? I'm sorry.
It's pretty much the same guy.
Diego
Pavia. Pretty much the same dude when you look at it, skill set wise, talent wise.
Prime Rodgers is a good example of what
maybe
Diego
MVP Rodgers.
Pavia
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I am L3. Just L, Neil, but appreciate the shout out. YouTube got my name all muffed up. It's going on. What are you going to say?
Do you think, and I'm a huge fan of Mike Tomlin's witchcraft, do you think that he gets him in the playoff? I think they take a step back.
He always gets him in the playoff.
Real quick, looks like a noted Commodores fan in the chat. Philip_Wilson says, "Fuck all y'all, bruh."
Philip!
We love Diego Pavia.
I'm a huge Mr. C fan. I think he's one of the coolest mascots in college football, and I am betting the over on your over-under this year. You got 9 wins in you at least. I'm burying the under, by the way. Burying. And Philip, if you want to make some money, bury the under.
Philip_Wilson.
Philip!
Hey, appreciate you joining us. Since we have you here, can you confirm, is the crane at the stadium still up? We need boots on the ground in Nashville. Philip, if you can send me a picture of this, if you're in Nashville, anyone who's watching, I want to test the reach of Woodward because it blows me away all the time. If anyone is in Nashville right now, please DM me a picture of the crane at Vanderbilt Stadium. Please. We will cut into whatever we're doing and we'll talk about it. All right? Next down.
All right, next down. Next question of the NFL.
Oh, hold on, Sean.
Well, almost.
Steelers will be with and or at the end of the season.
That's awesome.
Oh, they always are.
Oh my gosh, that is so.
And or was made for the Steelers.
They are, yeah.
The
With
Steelers.
and or is the Steelers.
I still say the poster child's Indianapolis.
The Colts.
Colts,
It
for
is.
sure. Yeah.
I think the Falcons might be a very quiet number 2, but look out for the Steelers. They could fly.
Dante 151. Oh my God,
Shout out.
Steelers Packers Week 8 Sunday night. Philip Wilson, we have a response. Yeah, the crane's still up. It's up your ass, lame ass dudes, bro.
Hey, that's a good one, Phil.
I'm gonna tell you what, it feels really good. They put a little lube. It feels really good. I'm
Shout
not gonna
out
lie
Phil,
to you.
dude. I like Phil, man. I'm a fan of Phil.
Yeah,
That's
hey,
fucking
the
cool.
man cheese
Phil,
spots.
here's the best part. Can I tell you something though, Phil? Like you legitimately watched this show for like an hour and 15 minutes waiting for something you knew was going to happen. I give you a tip.
Yeah,
of the cap.
absolute. All
I
respect
give you a
to
tip
Phil.
of the cap, dude.
And Diego Pavia.
Big Joe Daddy in the chat. Philip is the captain now.
Phil
He
is
is.
the captain. Shout out to Phil.
You
dude.
wear the C.
Shout out
Now,
to Phil.
Mr. C is still sitting in the chair, but you wear the C right now.
Yeah. Shout out to Phil, man. Shout out to fucking Vanderbilt, dude. Awesome. That's awesome. I didn't know Vanderbilt had fans. So seeing them right out like
Their
this.
Their Twitter is a wild place, Spenny.
Hey, I love it.
Listen,
I love it.
You saw they were all over us.
This is the shit that makes college football fucking great.
Yeah, 100%.
This is
I don't
what
care
makes
what
college
This is
football
what
great.
also, if we're being real, this is what makes the SEC better than the Big Ten.
Yeah. You don't see Rutgers fans rolling
Hello?
out on fucking
Come on, give me. I'm sorry. I've said it for 30 years.
Yeah.
We have really good fans here. We don't touch the SEC.
You don't see Rutgers fans
We
rolling
do
out
not.
like Vandy's fans
We do
rolling
not
out.
touch the SEC. Mr. C, get my back. You've seen the
yeah.
SEC up close and personal.
It's not
There's
close.
college football fanatics, and then there's the SEC. And I would put Ohio State in there. For
Yes,
anybody that's
I
been
would
down to
too.
the shoe, Ohio State belongs in that conversation.
That's why I love college football, man. There's nothing like it. All right. Second question of the second 4-down package. We've got 1 minute to finish this one if we want to get them both in on time. Heard at camp, the George Pickens hype is understandable. The Cowboys essentially acquired Pickens from the Pittsburgh Steelers for a third-round pick. If early showings are any indication, the move is big boom potential. I personally
give it to me.
I personally love George Pickens.
Come on.
George Pickens is the fucking man.
Come on.
Because he's either making an insane one-handed catch over 3 defensive backs,
Or he's refusing to
or
go in
he's
the game.
beating the shit out of somebody on the other side of the field. I'm a big George Pickens fan.
I'm going to look it up again. I know we did this a couple of weeks ago, but Neil, there is a game on the schedule that you know is absolute can't miss. No doubt about it. I mean, Cowboys-Chiefs on Thanksgiving Day is unbelievable, by the way. Can we throw that out there? The Cowboys-Lions the next Thursday, and then the Vikings-Cowboys Sunday night game on December 14th. Are you kidding me? This is going to be beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Especially the Vikings. What? This is going to be fantastic. I love every second of it.
But, Sean, the moral of the story is we're in midseason form already. We are. It may as well just be July now.
Let's go.
34 days till the game.
34 days.
I didn't realize it till you said that. Check your DMs on Slack, by the way, Spenny. You guys are unbelievable.
Only 57 days until week 0. By the way.
You guys are
I want to
unbelievable.
throw that out there. I
Next down, Spenny.
Next.
Could you come back from the break with it? These people, you guys are animals.
Next question of the NFL 4-down. Heard at camp, Daniel Jones is QB1 for now. The Colts have signed ex-Giants and Vikings quarterback in free agency to challenge Anthony Richardson for the quarterback 1 title in Indy. And Jones has already taken a significant lead in what was supposed to be a wide-open quarterback competition. Danny Dimes is back for Indy.
I was told, let me paint a picture for you. I was told a couple Octobers ago, Neil, you have to watch this Florida-Kentucky game. It's Anthony Richardson and it's Will Levis. Then after fast forward to the draft that year, I was told, I had the DM, we played it on the show. Neil, you don't know what the F you're talking about. Will Levis can play this game, and you'll all see. I'm paraphrasing there. Anthony Richardson. It's over. It's over.
There is such
But they'll be with Amon-Ra.
Oh, 100%.
Danny Jones can win them some games.
There is such a convergence. There is such a convergence of slapdickdom there. There really, remember Danny Dimes? I'm telling you, there is a special slap when you're talking about New York Football Giant fans. They have just, they checked out in reality. The way they were talking up Danny Dimes was unbelievable. Now, Spenny, to your point, with that being said, is he better than Anthony Richardson?
Absolutely.
Absolutely he is. And I don't think he's anything at all.
No.
But he's better than Anthony Richardson, for
He is.
goodness sake.
Anthony Richardson tapped himself out of a game.
That's it. It's over. It's
they
over.
were in the red zone.
You're done.
And he said, all right, you're
done.
the quarterback.
Yep.
You can't do that,
Yep.
dude.
You're
Like,
done.
what?
It's over.
And where should Anthony Richardson really be getting his most usage and his most attacking? In the red zone. You're built for the red zone. You can't tap out, bro.
It's over. And I'm glad that the Lions got to play there last year and everybody saw. You remember that one throw he made?
Yeah.
And then he was 3 for 10.
But remember his backflip at his pro day?
Yeah, it was great. Remember when he hit the ceiling?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, man.
Do we have one more?
Well, while we're talking about the
Oh,
Colts,
yeah, sorry,
I
Chase.
just want to say, while we're talking about the Colts, can we just quickly raise our glasses to Mr. Jim Irsay?
Yes.
And rest in peace.
Rest in peace to Jim Irsay.
Yeah,
and his
absolutely.
whale. Let's the next
R.I.P.
the next
Tokite.
question of the NFL nickel package. Heard it. It's the last one. Heard at camp. Andy Reid made a point of all spring. Wait. Heard at camp, Andy Reid made a point of it all spring on the practice field. The veteran coach wants the Chiefs' offense to get back to pushing the ball down the field, akin to what Patrick Mahomes did so well early in his career. Back then, they tore up the league. Kansas City somehow finished 27th in the league in 2024 in passing plays of 20 yards or more, regressing to an underneath offense. Is Kansas City going back to attacking scary for the NFL?
Yes.
Sean, and like, look, this is what I did say. Through all the ha-ha, he-he with Sam Flannel and stuff like that, he's nowhere near, like, the league leaders. Like, in aura, yes.
Yes.
In aura, yes. But, like, numbers, I'm talking, like, flat-out numbers, Patrick Mahomes is regular. He's absolutely regular.
If you guys only saw what was going on right now, is there any way we can get the camera? This is unbelievable.
Oh, my God.
This is right. Yeah, we're looking.
Oh,
but
I just got it. Damn it.
I mean, she showed half her ass. That's not even an exaggeration.
No, there's nothing you can do.
She legitimately lifted up her skirt and showed half her ass.
She was looking at it in the window to make sure it looked okay.
She had no idea.
It looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, can I say this? Do you know what it reminds me of? And I hate to say this, Neil, because it drove me nuts. Chauncey Billups flipped the switch Detroit Pistons. And they did. When they needed to flip the switch, they flipped the switch. And I think the Kansas City Chiefs are like that. And I think that they are a cautionary tale in a positive way for teams like the Detroit Lions. How many times have we seen it the last couple of years? It's over for the Chiefs. You can't lose a game to the Las Vegas Raiders. You can't lose a game to Aiden O'Connell. It's over. Hey, it was a good run.
And they always lost to the Raiders.
Right, and that's what they do. And then when the time comes, they flip the switch. Last year, it didn't happen. And so much of it has to do with offensive line, as you know as well as I do. And I think in particular their Super Bowl loss to Tampa does that. I think they get back to basics. Anybody counting out Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs is a moron.
No, I'm not counting them out, Sean.
I know you're not.
But it's fantasy Mahomes back?
No, it's time to bring it back up. Though.
Fantasy Mahomes is back.
That's my question to you. Is fantasy Mahomes back?
I don't play it anymore. Seriously? And
I know
that always
surprises
surprises
but
people.
it doesn't leave you.
Would I draft Patrick Mahomes with incredible value and feel very happy about it?
Yes, Fantasy Mahomes is back. He's going to be 40-plus touchdowns
He's
again next year. Yeah,
Yes.
you look at what the offense is going to be designed to be next year with Worthy and with Rashee Rice.
Yep.
You're not going out there with Mecole Hardman and Justin Watson at wide receiver anymore. Now you've got two legitimate deep threats, and Travis Kelce's cooked. He's cooked. He's not Travis Kelce anymore. He'll still get his because those two guys are going to be screaming down the field all game. It's back. It's going to be back.
They know.
Okay?
To me, that's their self-awareness there. When I hear comments like that in late June, they know what the issue is, and they're going to do something about it. And to your point, Spenny, you're at a point with the Kansas City Chiefs right now. Andy Reid has this much left.
Yes.
I think we all know that.
Yeah.
Travis Kelce has that much. If this isn't his last year, my jaw would drop.
They both have so little left that you have to choose when you deploy it.
Right.
Taylor Swift's
I think there's
shotgunning
legitimacy to that.
adrenochrome to Travis Kelce to keep him in the league.
Nick Hedigan, over the last couple of years, he's been kind of regular, but he had some great years. Oh, no doubt about it. I'm talking like fantasy Mahomes.
He's going to be
That's
back.
been gone.
He's going to be back.
But can we agree that's been gone?
Yeah.
If I were in a league, and you know me, I always wait on my quarterback. I would wait and smile like the butcher's dog.
I think one of the nastiest stacks you're going to be able to get next year, aside from the biggest ones, is Patrick Mahomes and Worthy. I think that stack in fantasy would be pretty nasty.
Yeah.
5, 4.
I would. Now, for me, it depends what kind of league it is. If it was a quarterback-friendly league, I'd make him my second-round pick. Because that's the one thing when you're talking about
Flannel's
leagues.
going to pick him number one
It
overall.
depends what
He does it every year.
quarterback-friendly leagues, where if I sneeze, I get half a point and shit like that. In a quarterback-friendly league, I think you could get him in the second round. I mean that. Because the perception is out there that the elite Mahomes is done, and I think that's a huge mistake. Spenny, based in part on a lot of the shit that you just said.
And for me personally, for fantasy purposes, I'm with
Justin.
you, drafted a quarterback late. Last year I got Jaden Daniels in the 13th round, and he was one of the best fantasy quarterbacks in the entire league. So there's zero reason to draft a quarterback that early. I guess if it is a quarterback-friendly league, 100% drafted that early. But Jaden Daniels was so good, and he picked him in the 13th round, so there's no point in taking a quarterback that early.
I won years running with Trent Green as my quarterback. That was my guy.
Yeah, I think
years
I've been a Jared Goff merchant
Years
lately.
running. Yep.
I was a Kirk Cousins merchant for a while.
Yeah.
Especially the secret sauce with Trent Green is the Chiefs were always underachieving, so they had to scratch and crawl their way back. So in the playoff weeks, he was always throwing 2 or 3 touchdowns to Tony Gonzalez every week.
That's what it is. You have to find a guy on a fringe team that's going to be those last couple weeks when playoff comes around, he's going to be chucking the ball a lot.
That's why so many Peyton Manning owners didn't win championships.
Yeah.
I'm serious.
Because he'd sit out the last
You
two
got
games.
it. They'd race out to a 13-2 record, and by the time the playoff rolled around,
they're not doing anything.
All right, I'm not doing anything.
That's why my boy beat me in the championship last year. I would have won if Chuba Hubbard didn't die literally 2 hours before game start. 2 hours before game start championship weekend. They're like, oh, Chuba Hubbard's out. Well, fuck me, huh?
Yeah, but to be fair,
he was my number 2 running back.
I know,
I was
but
the
to
best
be
team
fair,
in the NFL.
Spenny,
I was the best team in the league. Most points
but
scored,
to
most
be
wins in the
fair,
regular season.
Before the year started,
Yeah.
If you're rolling out and saying Chuba Hubbard is my ticket to win a championship.
I mean, that's what happens. I didn't even draft him. I just picked him up
Right.
off waivers.
That's what I'm saying. You
And
can't be mad at that when that goes away.
I can't be mad at that. He was scoring me 20 points every week. They could have told me
So
before,
tone it down,
before
guy.
the day the game started. I was the highest point scorer in the league, and I won the regular season. But I lost because my opponent had Bo Nix. And Bo Nix scored 30 points every week in the playoffs because the Broncos were chucking that bitch.
Daniel Jones, the year they beat the Vikings in the playoffs, won me a chip.
Sure.
Because he would throw for 190 yards every week, but he always ran a touchdown in. Always. I love Daniel Jones. I'll always have a soft spot in my heart. What are we doing here, Spenny? Where are we at? What the fuck is going on?
I don't know. Let's do Mad Packs and Buddies, and then we'll come back to
It's a Bourbon Friday. I think that's what's going on.
Let me
here.
tell
Let's
you
be honest.
about
Thank
Mad
you, Barchez.
Packs.
Can you tell us about it?
I can tell you all about Mad Packs. Shout out to Mad Packs for having us out last night. They were closing deals left and right at the Meat Puff Connect. And make sure you get some. They're in stores now. They're going to be in a lot of more stores very soon. You can go to getmadpacks.com to find locations near you. They've got the Boom Shakalaka infused tarantulas, high-low pre-rolls, Blizzard Packs THCA Moon Rocks, and their regular weed. I was rolling up doinks of their cherry runs yesterday. It's just great stuff. Go to getmadpacks.com to find it near you. Neil, after you smoke Mad Packs, might as well order a pizza.
Well, the OG, too. If you're going to get pizza, get the OG Detroit pizza, the original Detroit-style pizza. That is Buddy since 1946. We got a deal for you, by the way. It's Friday. You don't want to cook, right? Go to buddiespizza.com. There's over 20 Buddy's Pizzas in and around the Metro Detroit area, and you can get 10% off tonight on a Friday. buddiespizza.com. Use the promo code 10meal. And guys, we know the Detroit resume. They invented Detroit-style pizza. You've seen all these other pizza places out there get our Detroit-style pizza. I'll get mine from the people that, created it. Buddy's Pizza, the original Detroit-style pizza since 1946. Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy, we'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Cannabis, make sure you go check it out. Go to loom.com to find the locations near you and to place your order online. They've got the Buzz-In drinks, 7.5 milligrams, perfect for the golf course, the boat, the campfire, whatever you're doing at the beach. Bring yourself a Buzz-In. They are delicious. Use promo code WSN30 to get 30% off your order. It's Loom Cannabis.
All right. Back at it. Big D Energy. 4-pack Friday, 4-down Friday, Bourbon Friday. Neil Rule, Sean Belesian, Chase, Young Justin's here, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter, Rob Cunningham from Varchaz is sitting here kicking it with us too. We just rolled up, so why not, man? So we are sitting here doing it. And, all right, here's the deal. Simeon's 4-down college football is timeless.
Mr. C.
Yes.
He's Mr. Commodore. That's what
Mr.
he is
Commodore.
right there.
His
Shout out to Philip.
His 4-down is timeless. We can rerun that for next week. Did you have a Vanderbilt bonus question, though?
The whole thing, but we can use that for July 1st.
Perfect. All right, there you go. All right, we'll nix the college football one. So we have...
Can we throw one Vanderbilt question out there, though?
We have to do one Vanderbilt question. You know what? Yes, we can.
Shout out Phil.
Shout
yeah,
out
we
Phil.
didn't come back to
yes,
it.
we can do one Vanderbilt question. Sean, is the crane still up?
Yes.
If you ask a question here on Big, we have people all over the world.
I love every second of it.
Right away, got a response right away, and I got to credit this. This comes from Jeremy Moore. Yes. There's your Vanderbilt question. Is the crane still up? Yes, it is.
Yes.
Confirmed.
Philip, will you stop being mean because we're talking up your team and Diego
Pavia.
Immensely. I don't know why you're being so mean.
Yeah. He's the second coming of Doug Flutie mixed with Aaron Rodgers. Like, what do you mean?
So there's your
And he'll
Vanderbilt.
take his talents to the CFL just like Doug Flutie
Just
did.
like Doug Flutie did.
So there it is, Sean.
Yes.
We got it in. There's the obligatory Vanderbilt question. So yeah, we will save that one.
What's your question, Mr. C?
With Vandy?
For Vandy.
Is the crane still up?
Is that it? Is that what
That's
the
it.
question is?
The,
Okay.
The answer is yes.
Thank you.
Remember when they had like didn't they have like a replay screen hanging from that thing or
Yes, they
something like
did.
that?
They had a scoreboard hanging from the crane, like
Jesus,
a strung.
dude,
it was
that's
literally
crazy.
a roped up scoreboard.
That is such a cool city, though. You guys have been
No,
down
Nashville's
there,
elite.
right?
I've never been
It's-
to Nashville.
Sean,
Oh.
it's
I know, right?
Spenny, you've never been to Nashville?
One of the
Never been
best
to
cities in the
Nashville.
nation, and I don't hesitate saying that.
I know.
I'm serious when I say that. It
I
really
know,
is.
Sean,
I know.
can
I
you
see-
imagine
I see all the drunk white girls in cowboy hats.
Unleashed
Oh,
in
I
Nashville?
couldn't even think about that.
I know.
I couldn't even think about that.
I know. I gotta
See, there are
I gotta
couple,
find. I gotta find
really
whiter friends
enjoyed
than that I have.
Memphis. I really, truly enjoyed Memphis. And
I thought
mean,
it was kind of overrated.
well, for the reasons that nobody else did. There were a lot of really good barbecue joints, but they were off Beale. Everybody talks about Beale. Go a couple blocks back where the ma and pa places are. Some great barbecue down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
The bar
my
scene
mind-
was
that's where
overrated,
my
yeah.
mind goes.
And Neil, you want to hear something? It's going to be no surprise here. I think one of the only opportunities over the past recent years that I've had to go to Nashville where like some of my friends went, Jeff Iafrate did not invite me.
Yeah, weird.
Surprise. Just like he was supposed to come to that bar that one night.
And he
Told
did.
everybody was,
Yeah.
and he didn't show up.
Well, Jeff Iafrate got uninvited too, so there you go.
There you go, Jeff.
Isn't there a drop in here?
I
I'm gonna
went and
find
saw
it.
a game there when Vandy wasn't good, and that experience wasn't good. Like I said, most SEC places are cool. Vandy wasn't one of them. It might be different now.
Me and Booner tag team in Nashville together would have been.
Fish in a barrel.
Yeah.
Okie Laser in the chat. The last white city in America, Nashville, Tennessee. I need KG here to speak
Listen,
on that.
it would blow your mind. Like that's one of those. I agree with Neil. Memphis is overrated, but for a guy like me, barbecue, it's not overrated.
It's absurd they don't have a Major League Baseball team in Nashville. What is MLB doing?
I think that's fair.
See you later, Tampa.
I think that's absolutely fair.
It's absurd. What'd you have, Chase? I'm sorry.
I was just saying, wasn't there a drop in here? You guys were talking about Jeff. I think I found it. Let me just a second.
Oh, great. I know this one.
Is it the one we all think it is?
Oh, wait, here. Just
Jeff Iafrate's a bitch.
It's a classic. Love you, Jeff.
It is a classic. All right.
Love those guys.
Tigers?
Tigers.
Tigers 4 down? Let's go.
Tigers 4 down. First question of the Tigers 4 down. Why does Flaherty suddenly hate strikes?
Sean, I know.
He doesn't like strikes, okay?
Sean, when you have 4 hits, you can't talk about Jack Flaherty. For real. There was no world where Jack Flaherty was going to win that game. You know how I know? They didn't score.
Can I say this though? This is what is alarming to me when you look at what he's done this month. Okay, and this is easy. I'm gonna pull it up right now in real time. Okay, here are his walks this month: 16 walks in 25 innings.
Yeah, it's tough.
You cannot fucking put people on base like this guy puts on base.
Sean, can you
can't.
back up in his game log the 3 games before that?
Before
I'll give it to you. 18 innings pitched, 1 run.
No, but Neil, here's the beautiful thing about the game of baseball. This is really cool about the game of baseball. They keep these things called cumulative stats, okay?
Right.
You are not going to have a lot of success when you walk 16 guys in a month in 25 innings. You just aren't.
Fair. That's fair. 100%. It's fair.
4 base on balls, 3 base on balls, 5 base on balls. I mean, you're talking about, okay, in his last 3 starts, 12 walks. You aren't going to win a lot of games like that. And I understand good, bad, Jack. Bad Jack.
And that was my other point.
It.
Yeah.
Good, bad, Jack, bad. Good Jack, bad Jack is a real thing. Right now, he is struggling mightily. You can't put guys on base. You can't. Not to the level that he does.
Nitty gritty. Jeff is super white. All right, so there's that as well.
Fair.
Next down.
Next question for the Tigers, 4 for 4. The Tigers have 10 players over the AL average of a 709 OPS. React.
That's it. It's. Are you young? Are you done, young Justin?
He told me to do it
Yeah. That's insane to me. That is the most singular stat, and that goes to show you, Sean. Like, remember when we were doing like shows before the season started, and we're like, if, give me if.
I'm calling myself out.
If they hit the ball.
Yep. ...
Yep. Because you already have the best pitcher, certified best pitcher in the game. Maybe the best pitcher in the history of your franchise. Maybe. You have that already. So with that being said, Sean, if they hit the ball, what's the ceiling? Well, they're hitting the ball, and the ceiling is the best record in baseball.
Yep.
Did I get all that?
Oh, by the way, the Dodgers spend about $193 million more, and they have the same record. Just I needed to bring that up. For the record, they spend $193 million more, and they have the same record. Cool.
If they play in the World Series, though, who you betting your life on?
Dodgers.
Okay.
All right, next question. Tigers 4 for 4. Oh, wait, no, we already read that one. Cool with Mize is the number 2. Are you guys okay with Mize as your number 2 starter? We got Dietrich Enns.
Fire up, baby.
Dietrich Enns went to Central?
He did. Chippewa pride, baby.
For real? Did he really?
Yes, he did.
There's a lot of Horizon. There's a lot of Horizon and Mac guys popping up, isn't there?
There's a lot of Central guys.
Who is? Can I ask this? Who is? By the time the playoffs start, who is the number 2? Is it Reese? Is it Mize?
Should be Jack.
No, and Spenny, that's where I was going to go with the answer to this question. By the way, it links in nicely with Central's golden era of baseball because it's over now. But about 5 years ago, they had it going. When I called Zach McKinstry against Mike Brasso, like they had it going at that time. They were a big time program. They're not anymore, but they used to be. But anyway, the moral of the story is, Sean, it better be Jack, because that's what all this is predicated on, is it not? Like, look, let's cut the shit. When we were talking about this preseason, in the same way of if they hit the ball, ... all those predictions were based on Skubal, Flaherty, were they not?
Yeah.
Yes.
My whole tagline is, you know who started Game 1 of the World Series last year? Jack Flaherty. Like, it's all predicated on that. All I'm saying, Sean, is it better be.
And in typical Jack Flaherty fashion, he also started the last game and got torched. Like
good
that's
Jack.
That's good Jack.
Good Jack, bad Jack. In a World Series.
It's Max.
It may be the World Series, but you're not immune to good Jack, bad Jack.
It's early years Max Scherzer all over again. I hope that we get more stability out of Mize and Reese, because I don't feel comfortable about Jack. Our expectations are raised, and right now I don't know how anybody could feel comfortable about Jack. I really don't.
Josh HP 1717. The Dodgers have played an easier schedule to this point, but they swept the Tigers. All right, Spenny.
All right.
No. Here's a question for you.
Oh.
Because you're the biggest Casey Mize guy here.
It's fair.
You are.
I am.
If we're counting on that, and you talk about this too, you're talking about like we're waiting for.
Yeah.
We're waiting for, I guess.
Somebody.
Well, we're waiting for the truth to come out, right? Like you talked about it. Like we're hesitant. We bail when they lose because deep down we're insecure about this team. Is that fair?
That is fair.
If it's Casey Mize at the number 2, are we in good shape?
Counting on Casey Mize as your number 2 starter, you're not winning a World Series.
And you're the biggest Casey.
I love Casey Mize.
You are the biggest Casey Mize guy here.
I love him.
So I just want that out there.
Reese Olson or Jack Flaherty should be the number 2.
Olsen
should be Jack.
You think Olsen can?
I think Olsen can
be
too.
the 2.
Is that aggressive though?
That is also a little aggressive.
Okay. See?
A little bit. It is.
Okay.
It should be Jack. It kind of has to be Jack.
It has to be Jack.
So do you understand the whole point of my conversation?
Yeah.
Okay. You have desirous of Mize. You have I hope Jack can figure it out and find a little more stability. Not a lot, because this is what he is.
Yes.
This is what Jack Flaherty is. This recent stretch is a little more disconcerting, and
He'll have another good stretch
I
coming
think
up.
Hope and Reese Olson belong in the same sentence. I think that's Hope.
And that's the difference between the Tigers and the Dodgers.
And the Astros, if you ask me. I'm going to keep ringing that bell. I'm sorry. You guys, Hunter Brown, shout out Wayne State, is insane right now.
I was going to hit you with the Dumb and Dumber and push the finger.
I'm sorry. We all better wake up to that. I've been ringing that bell for a couple weeks. The Astros ain't going anywhere. Look at their top two, man.
IT hits.
Fuck.
I've said over and over the number one priority at the deadline should be a true number 2 starter behind Scooble. Oh, okay, IT hips. Because tell me who's available. Like, if you're saying that, and look, you're a value member of the community. True number 2 starter, so that's like a borderline 1, right? Who's available? Because if you have a true number 2 starter, you're in the playoff hunt.
I was just talking about this with our mutual friend, Matt Shepard, last week.
Shout out, Shep.
Right now, today, what is today? June 27th?
Yep.
It is so difficult to say who might be available, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a look at where the waves are rolling and who's in it and who's out of it to better answer that question. IT hips, I'm with you in theory. I would love.
How are you in practice, though?
Exactly. I don't know who's available. Can we have this conversation 3 weeks from now? Can we have this conversation 4 weeks from now? Because who we think might be available right now and who is eventually available are, I think, two different things right now. I want you to know, I'm clasping your hand. That is a concern to me right now, the number 2 for the Detroit Tigers.
I'm clasping your hand.
I'm clasping your hand, and I'm probably going to sing Kumbaya with you.
Do we have another one?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Last question.
All right.
Do you still hate the Twins?
Yeah.
I do. Sweep the leg and sweep them.
They're dead already.
I hate the Twins.
I hate the Twins, too.
I hate the Twins. It goes back to when I was a kid. It goes back to 06. It goes back to game 163.
Jim Thome.
Yeah. Justin Morneau. Just hitting gosh damn moonshots.
Joe Mauer.
Fuck Joe Mauer.
Gosh, fuck
Joe Mauer can eat a dick.
Yeah.
Fuck them all. Can't stand them.
He's so fucking good, dude.
Speaking on this, by the way, do you understand? This is more fuel for the division thing. Do you understand that the Kansas City Royals are as close to us as the White Sox are to the Royals? Do you understand that? And do you understand that the Twins are only 1 game in front of that? It's over, Sean. Sean, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
Don't tell Spenny that.
It's
He'll get mad at
simple
you.
math. It's simple math.
Dude, Jim Thome, I wanted to look it up. I was like, didn't he play for like every Central team except for the Tigers? Yeah, obviously Cleveland for the vast majority of his career.
Chicago.
Chicago.
I don't know if he played
Minnesota.
for the Royals.
He did not play for the Royals.
I remember, so when we
Played for
had
3/5 of the
tickets,
AL Central.
He did play for 3/5 of the AL
prime
Central.
Joel Zamaya. This is prime, pre-Guitar Hero Joel Zamaya. When he was bringing 103 miles an hour. I will never forget being at a game. Morneau tagged one out in right field. It was just a monster shot. And this is when Zamaya was getting everybody out.
Yeah.
That team was witchcraft to us.
Yeah.
Yes,
they
they
really
were.
were. It drove me nuts. Fuck the Twins.
Sideless 5339. Scoob is going to pitch in 3 World Series games and will win a bullpen day in the World Series. IT hips, go to a team who's out of it, try to claim their number 1 starter. The Tigers could trade some prospects for one. IT hips, do you understand the cost of that?
I would give it up in a heartbeat and wouldn't think twice about
Well,
it.
Could you imagine if Skubal went 3-0 in the World Series against the Dodgers?
It'd be Mickey Lolich.
Which one of my prospects do you want to load up for a World Series chase? Which one do you want? Fuck
everyone but Max Clark, right?
We're past that right now.
I almost
aren't
tricked him
we?
into saying it.
We're
I almost
past
did.
that right now.
Chuck Brewer, Neil, we need a 2nd and 3rd starter, a closer, a 3rd baseman, and 2 bats for the bench. LOL. He's joking.
Good thing we're the best team in baseball.
That is true. What do you want to do, Spenny? You want to rip the sports media and get out of here? Or do you got a break we got to take?
We got to do this break first. Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about the White Claw Tigers tour.
Sunday night.
Yeah.
White Claw Tigers tour, Old Miami.
Great
The
spot.
heavyweights doing a live watch party. It's Sunday night baseball. It's the Old Miami. It's White Claw. Ben Johnson is part of this as well. Guys, it's elite. I was out there for the one on June 13th at Nemo's. I didn't think it was going to be like that. Dude, it was fun.
It was a lot of fun.
It was flat out fun. I'm telling you guys, roll out to the old Miami bar and roll out to Sunday Night Baseball as well. Brought to you by White Claw and Ben Johnson Law.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
Jars Cannabis, shout out to Jars for having their hand obviously in the Meat Puff Connect last night. It was a lot of fun downtown. We had some guys, Donovan and Luca, come on the show. It was very cool. They talked about everything they got going on. Obviously, Jars does all the events. They got one coming up at their Madison Heights store, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Jars Cannabis at Shop Jars, or at Jars_life, and go to shopjars.com to find all the deals. Jars Cannabis, they're a household name when it comes to dispensaries. It's Jars Cannabis.
All right, let's wrap this thing up. Sports Media, 4 down, Neil Rule, Sean Belesian, Chase, intern Simeon, Spencer Raxter as well. IT Hips, I wouldn't trade Max Clark or McGonigal. Then you ain't getting a number 2 starter / number 1 starter.
Yeah.
You're not. Like, these are mutually exclusive, everybody.
To get something, you have to give up something. It's the same conversation I have with the Red Wing fans right now. If you're and you want to talk about two franchises that are at completely different spots right now. If you want to talk about getting to a World Series, those are the types of moves and decisions that you have to make. And that's why I embrace Dave Dombrowski. He wasn't we can't trade Jacob Turner. He's going to be a 12-year starter.
Sean,
Take your chances.
Can I ask you a question that's going to make Spenny's head explode? Yes. Would you trade Max Clark for Doyle Alexander?
Yes. Wouldn't think twice. Wouldn't think twice.
I don't think twice about trading John Smoltz for him now, knowing how it worked out.
No.
They don't get there without him.
Nope. He was phenomenal down the stretch. He really was.
That's an old person thing that we did.
Sorry.
All right, sports media, 4 down.
Shout out the mustache on Doyle Alexander.
Yeah,
all right, first question of the sports business, 4 down. The Ohio legislature has cleared the way for the Cleveland Browns to build an indoor stadium in suburban Brook Park. On Wednesday, the state Senate and House of Representatives separately approved a budget that includes $600 million for the new indoor Browns stadium. Where do you stand on indoor stadiums?
Look, let's bottom line this. This will help Cleveland be a better team.
Yep.
If they play indoors. Yep. Like you can talk tough all you want. I love the snow and I love the cold. If Cleveland played indoors, can you imagine Cleveland with Braylon Edwards indoors? Who already holds the single season receiving records for them for touchdowns? Like, can you imagine that team? They will be a better team if they play indoors.
Can I answer your question proper? I think it works some places and it doesn't work some places. Milwaukee is fantastic. Indoor, outdoor thing. Toronto's a disaster. Some places it works. I think Milwaukee made it really natural with the roof and without the roof. So, yes, I think personally, I think more teams should think about doing things like that. I really, truly do.
Next down.
Next question. Speaking of indoor stadiums, the Commanders are seeking political battles unfolding over public funding for a proposed $3.8 billion domed venue at the site of RFK Stadium. The D.C. Council approved a bill to separate the new stadium discussions from the rest of the 2026 budget consideration.
$3.8 billion?
$3.8 billion.
When is it going too far, Sean? When is it going too far?
It isn't. You know it isn't. It isn't.
Because what's the alternative?
Yeah, that's exactly it. It isn't.
And they proved this before. They said we are going to move to Virginia.
Yep.
They literally said that.
Yep.
Magically, oh man, yeah. When we do this budget, let's talk about it. Let's talk about your $3.8 billion dome facility.
And that area of Northern Virginia is absolutely beautiful. But Neil, I mean, you know the answer. It's not too far. It isn't. It's not too far. You've got to find a way.
Woodward Sports, Phil C. I love indoor stadiums, but not at taxpayers' expense. They have to pay $1,000 for a ticket. Phil, the NFL is separate from your talks. They are separate from your talks, Phil.
100%.
Do you like having an NFL team? Then you will give up taxpayer money to build a stadium. If not, there are 100 cities in line behind you that will.
Is that Commodore Phil, by the way?
No, different Phil.
No, different Phil. Next down.
Next question of the sports business 4for4. Cooper Flagg will sign a 4-year deal worth $62.7 million, almost $30 million more than the 7th pick in the NBA draft, Jeremiah Fears. That seems crazy.
Isn't that crazy? The number 1 pick gets $62 million. The number what'd you say, 7 pick?
Number 7 pick.
Number 7 pick gets $30 million. That
is
seems kind of crazy, doesn't it?
pretty wild.
Yeah, it does. I mean, this is where we're at, though. Neil, here's the thing. I don't think the average human being understands a bit. That's why I like these line of questions every week, because it's
eye-opening.
yeah, it is. Well, you know what? And you have to be reminded too. I think reminders need to be. It's like the alarm on your phone. I think when you do this, it's like reminding people what this is. It's a gosh damn business. It is. It's a business.
They do this for money.
Yep.
And like with Cooper Flagg, that's why the people are like, why do you leave to go to the NBA? Is he getting 4 years, $62 million in NIL deals?
Probably not.
No, he ain't getting that.
I guess he got like $23 million though, so it's pretty close.
It's pretty close, but now he gets to go
Do
play the
whatever he
game,
wants.
and that's his salary. Then he gets his NIL deals
Yes,
on top of that.
that is also true.
So that's out there also. All right, fourth
Sean,
down.
the Pac-12 is set to add Texas State. That would give the Pac-12  9 members, including 8 football-playing schools, which is required to retain the conference's FBS status. Boise State, Colorado State, Fresno State, San Diego State, Utah State, and Gonzaga, non-football program, are already set to join the current Pac-12 of Oregon State and Washington State in 2026 to start a new era for the conference. That's pretty much the same as before, right?
Listen, can I tell you what the same as before will be? The only same as before is there's an even money chance I'll be texting you two losers at about 1:45 a.m. because I know you'll be up watching the game.
Watching Texas State, Washington State?
I am so in on
Absolutely, dude.
Listen, I'm getting an Aggie shirt and everything. I'm in.
You know what's
I'm
funny?
in.
Young Justin behind us. He's like, when he's reading the list, he's like, oh my God, this is embarrassing. And then he's like, I'll be in Washington State, Texas State.
Oh, dude, Justin loves college football.
Dude, we'll all be in.
We'll all be in.
We can laugh at it, and we're going to laugh at it, but we're all going to be in.
It is going to be the most fraudulent conference ever. It is. And I'm all in. I know.
Real quick before we get out of here, people in the chat are cute. Phil, does tax money go to build your new bar? No, but also 33 million people don't watch me on a Sunday in my bar. They do with the NFL.
That's fair.
And also, too, ARF, if City pays taxes into it, give City ratepayers a ticket discount. Give them the baby.
Yeah,
cute.
well, you guys think the world is fair? Like, come on, you guys got to be old enough to understand how this works now.
Everything's okay.
Everything's fine.
Everything is awesome.
All right, we're out of here. I got a tea time. I already stayed too
See you
late
guys,
anyway.
bye.
What do you got, Chase?
Shout out Art Vanderlei.
Shout out Art
Shout out
Vanderlei.
Yeah,
Bartez.
shout out Art
Shout
Vanderlei.
out
Shout out
Bartez.
Bartez, by the way.
Thank
Rob
you,
as well.
guys.
Well, see you later.